Larson's going to run that, and then as soon as the race is over, get in the helicopter and fly down to Charlotte to race the 600 right afterwards. Tony Stewart's the only guy who almost won both. Tony finished like third at Indianapolis and like fourth at Charlotte one time.
Man, that's going to be an exhausting day.
Word of advice: don't work on Sundays if you can avoid it. I won't be working on a Sunday again anytime soon. I did today. So I owe Kenny Omega an apology because he's been miscast in this entire drama.
He's been gone. He's been sick.
And, well, it turns out him and Punk have been cool from the very beginning. It was the Bucks that had he's just their friend, so he was trying to get in the middle of it.
Of course.
Because at first I was like, this fucker Kenny Omega and his buddies. But then you realize, oh, he's just trying to keep his friends from doing stupid shit and got caught in it because he said they stormed into Punk's room. He was with them to try to get between them. And he saw Punk's dog was kind of in the middle. So he said, my first order of business was to make sure Punk's dog was okay. And then fucking punches started flying. Well, really, it was just Punk punching and swinging. And Kenny got in the middle of it to get the dog out. And he said, after that and since then, he and Punk have talked quite a bit. And they are okay. And Kenny said if it wasn't for, and he wouldn't say who, but he seemed to imply Tony Khan and their legal team and Matt and Nick got between him and Punk and kept them from ever getting together and like making shit work. Because apparently there was like Punk and Kenny talked right after the fight happened. They went privately, they talked, it's all good, and then Punk gets told don't contact Kenny again by a lawyer. Kenny didn't want that.
Well, what's Punk supposed to do? We told him that. He
Yeah.
has to abide by it.
They got mad at him because in the Errol Hawani interview, Punk revealed they were like, "Did you talk to Colt Cabana when you were in AEW?" And Punk said, "Yep." He walked up to me and said, "Hey man, can we just talk? I know nothing's ever going to be good between us, but we work here. I don't want there to be any like." And Punk looked at Colt and said, "No, I will not talk to you without a lawyer present because you sued me." Fair.
Fair.
Because
Fair.
it's not like when people, what he wanted to talk to Matt and Nick. Well, they never sued him.
Right.
It,
Right.
Cold, it was a legal issue of like, I'm not talking to you without a lawyer present. Because last time I talked to you without a lawyer present, you fucking sued me and lied about me. So I'm not talking to you. That's what set that shit off. Ooh, he's trying to backstab Colt. He won't talk to him.
And how could he backstab Colt anyway? It's not like Colt was
Colt
smart.
sued him.
And then,
Colt
right.
backstabbed him to
Right.
begin with.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Like Kenny said, it ain't no big fucking deal. Him and Punk are fine. Like, and Kenny was like, people were freaking out. Oh, Punk assaulted him. No, fighting's okay. He said at a certain point, you just gotta. He's like, I know wrestling's a work and it's not a real sport, but guys in hockey fight, guys in football fight. Wrestling is like a physical thing. It was okay that the fight happened, and he sort of implied, yeah, I get why Punk choked fucking Jack Perry, put him in a fucking guillotine. Like, of course. Cornette's theory was Jack Perry was standing right in front of Tony Khan and probably thought, well, this is the one time I don't have to worry about getting my ass kicked so I can say what I want. Wrong. Wrong. And I like that Samoa Joe didn't go, oh shit, Samoa Joe's like, he just walked over. He walked over and like he had Jack Perry rolled away, and Punk let go. The story was, well, Jack Perry slipped out of Punk's crappy little choke as Punk got his ass kicked in the UFC. No, he did not. Punk could have held that shit as long as he wanted. He let him go when Samoa Joe was like, please.
Like, please come on, man. This ain't-
And in the interview, Punk said, I had people with me, and I won't say who. In the video, it's like, well, there was Jerry Lynn, Chris Hero, or Malachi Black. Those were the three people that were hanging out with you. So,
We know who.
yeah. Poor Chris Hero sitting there going, after the fight, he was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, he was like, come on, man. Please.
And everybody else was just like,
All right.
and like, Hook was there. Hook didn't even flinch. He was just like, because he probably heard what fucking dickhead said. Nobody's talking about, poor Jack Perry, he did nothing wrong. He did nothing. Nah, they're still here. He did nothing wrong. He was assaulted. He started the whole thing. And then ran his mouth because everybody sitting there was just like, when he got jumped. Nobody fucking moved. Except the guys being like, come on, come on, come on. Yeah. And Malachi Black. Punk had already said after his match with Joe, he's like, I'm hanging out with House of Black and Joe and FTR. And I bought, he said he bought everybody food. I'm like, Punk had the coolest group of friends in AEW. Fucking House of Black and FTR.
Apparently, Hook might be cool with him
Hook's totally cool. Punk did a thing. Remember, Punk was supposed to be a babyface, but because of the Bucks, certain people were booing him, and there was like a crowd one night in Canada that was like heavily booing him. So after the show went off, Punk came out and cut a heel style promo and had Hook come out and choke him out to send the crowd home happy. So Hook snatched Punk up in the fucking Taz mission, and Punk was going. So they did that after the show one night.
Oh, that's
So Punk was like, all right, I'm a fucking heel. Well, guess what? Then the fucking hero Hook comes and chokes him out, and that's the end of the show.
that's
So Punk gets it.
that's funny as fuck.
Another thing I did not know, there were all these people saying, well, who does Punk think he is to try to tell somebody what to do? Apparently Tony Khan gave him that authority.
It was, well, not only that, but when Jack was going off about the real glass shit, Tony Schiavone and all of them were telling him, dude, don't fucking do it.
Punk
Don't
was their last resort
Yes.
because you're being an unreasonable dick.
Yes,
So Punk said, I had a wrestler, a talent contract, and I was not an executive, but I was given, like,
certain liberties.
yes, like you're a producer. He had a producer's contract. So he was. People are like, well, who does he think he is trying to run this fucking place? Well, the guy who runs the place pays him to act like he runs the place and wrestle. He had two contracts. So now it's not just a matter of, oh, Punk tried to come in and take over. Punk came in under the agreement. Okay, I'm here to help. I help you run this place. And that's what, because he kept saying at that press conference the night he blew up, I'm running a fucking business. I'm running a fucking business. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, he has, like, authority. I didn't know.
Yeah, I didn't know he had.
Maybe Tony should run that by these fucking weasels next time.
Yeah,
I bet half of them didn't even know. I bet half of them didn't even fucking know.
the Bucks probably didn't know.
Oh, I bet they knew.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I mean, we don't
Fucking
know who knew.
backstabbing pricks is what
Yeah,
they are.
Pieces
And fucking Kenny, shame on you. Those are your friends. Like, I know you're not in on this, but goddamn, those are your friends.
he probably tried a little bit to
As much as he
rein 'em in,
could.
but he couldn't.
You know what it's like. Like, I think we've both been through this where we've each had friends where we just go, they're our friends, but they're fucking dipshits.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. And there's nothing you can do with it.
So yeah, Kenny's just with a bad crowd. So I kind of assumed that, but I wasn't sure. So Kenny Omega, salute to you.
Because during the whole thing, it kind of made it out like, yeah, Kenny's the one who knows how to make money. The Bucks don't.
Yeah, that's why they latched onto him.
Yep. Kenny.
God damn you, Kenny, for making them big in Japan. So now they think they're a big fucking deal. Because everybody that's big in Japan is big over here, right? No, it's not that way.
And the Bucks have learned that because they've squandered a lot of the draw power that they had, pretty much all of it.
Punk and Kenny should be main eventing Wembley this year,
That
but
would
it's
have
not.
been an amazing match.
Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
Instead, I'm going to get to go to SummerSlam and watch Punk wrestle Drew, and maybe Seth if they do the triple threat there. Rumor is Seth versus Roman, Drew versus Punk, Rock versus Cody, LA Knight versus Logan Paul. That's the SummerSlam card. That makes the most sense in my head. That was kind of, and I've got ever since Triple H took over, I got a good track record of like calling shit out. Remember, I said to you, Waller and Theory should be a tag team. 2 months before they put them together because you were like, I fucking hate Theory. I was like, make them a fucking tag team. They're both dipshits. And then what they did, they made them a tag team. And I was like, Bailey should turn babyface. Ta-da.
I mean, she kind of has to because
Yeah.
of, damage control. But
Yeah. So something about like Triple H's synergy in mind, kind of like he just books what I like. Like even
because
if,
he does what makes sense.
yeah, he books what I like.
He books with common sense.
I figured that out watching the 5 years of NXT and loving
Me
it.
too. I could predict most of what would happen on a takeover.
And we were all going, why don't they do this in the main roster? Well, they can't do that. You can't do that. Well, guess what? They can.
They can't.
We've learned that they can.
If Vince is out of the way,
Yes.
they can.
Because at the time, but WWE themselves were, oh, that doesn't fly on the main roster. Totally different. It could, and it does. Because all SmackDown is now is fucking NXT blue and silver.
Pretty much.
And Raw is just 3 hour long NXT with way too many commercials. Like, and it's fucking great.
With a dead ass middle hour. But
I have nothing. I get through Raw now, no problem. Like, even if there's like a dull part, I'll put it on my computer while I do something else. I've watched every Raw this year. It's SmackDown Friday was amazing. Did you see the triple threat matches?
No, I did not.
The one with AJ and Ray and Kevin Owens, and somebody put on Twitter, AJ Styles is the king of triple threat matches.
Yep.
Like, goddamn, if you made a top 10 triple threats, he's in half of them.
And I can tell you what the number one would be. That's an AJ
Christopher
Styles.
Daniels.
AJ, Christopher Daniels, and Samoa Joe. And
Yeah.
I think it was Unbreakable 2005.
AJ, Edge, and Rey Mysterio last year. AJ, Kevin Owens, and Rey Mysterio the other night. That match Friday night was fucking sick. And did you see the finish? AJ teases that he's going to go to the top rope and do the spiral tap. Ray hits him, and Kevin Owens is already laid out, laying there waiting for somebody to land on him. And Ray goes to jump into a Hurricanrana. AJ catches him. Styles clash off the top onto Kevin Owens. Rolls Ray over 1, 2, 3. And I was like,
oh my god,
cinema.
that is amazing.
Beautiful.
That is amazing.
That was the finish.
That's awesome.
And AJ's going to beat LA Knight and fight Cody, I figure. Because AJ and Cody has never happened.
No, it has
That's a
not.
match that's never happened.
And I'm telling you, that'll be match of the year.
That's going to be tough to beat. AJ says he wants to wrestle Punk. He says knows he's probably going to have to wind down. He said Punk's at the top of his list. And I'm like, that's good to hear because I know they didn't like each other.
Well, that's going to be a damn.
Speaking of not liking each other, Kevin Owens is cutting a promo on SmackDown before the triple threat match with AJ and Ray. And he's like, you know what? We've been doing this thing lately where they take the camera and follow us all the way. Let's do that. Let's do that right now. He's like, camera guy, come with me. And he's like walking to the back, cutting the promo. He walks by a merch table. He sees his own shirts, and then he sees a stack of CM Punk shirts, and he knocks them off the table and rolls his eyes and keeps walking. So I'm like, yeah, they're setting that up beautifully. He knocked the stack of Punk shirts off the table. The promos will be better than the match.
Those will be Hall of Fame worthy.
Logan Paul to Kevin Owens like a month ago. Whoa, you smell disgusting. I bathed in Prime before I came out here. And then Logan Paul goes, well, I know it wasn't cherry freeze because that flavor is delicious. I tried Prime. It's great. Have you tried it?
Blueberry.
Oh, yeah.
That's the one I like. I haven't tried too many.
Don't worry. When the race starts, we'll talk about the race. We're catching up. It's been 2 weeks. I think Reddick's my pick today. If I had to bet money and try to, squeeze a bet out, I'd take Bubba and Blaney. I'd take Bubba and Blaney race bets, but if I'm being realist, I think Reddick wins the race.
Reddick has kind of had a little bit of a.
Reddick or Larson. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if I'd pick Reddick.
Is it Ty Gibbs' day? Because Ty Gibbs is starting second. Ty Gibbs is fast everywhere.
No.
It's only a matter of time. It's literally only a matter of time. Like, those dudes that just start running top five, they're going to win eventually.
Yeah, well, when it does finally happen, kill me.
Today could be the day. It's slick. It's slick and hotter than it's been. They've not raced at Texas this hot since 2020. Because during the COVID year, when they're rescheduling because of COVID, let's put Texas in the middle of July at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. And I was like, wow.
So that race had to be a
Nasty hot. Oh, it was. It was. Austin Dillon won. That's how you know.
yeah, exactly. Something had to happen.
Yeah. And actually let some fans into that one. I was like, good God, dude. Texas in July. Texas in April.
It's gonna be
Texas early evening in October or whatever it's been. Usually not that bad. So,
in the middle of summer.
this is kind of Texas back in its original spot on the schedule.
Yeah, April's a good spot for it because it's not terribly hot.
And I said the other day, ain't it nice to get Texas over with nice early in the year instead of it hanging over you all year? Because like, playoffs are coming, which means Texas is coming.
Kill me. Yeah, no, this is perfect.
That Xfinity race, though, showed me the promise of what this place can be. That Xfinity race was pretty crazy. You saw the finish. Almost every wreck is going to happen middle of 1 and 2, because if you get off the bottom, it is just slicker than, as Jim Cornette would say, slicker than cum on a gold tooth. He said that. That's a Cornette quote.
Oh my goodness.
Still like all his versions of Punk song when he's reviewing Dynamite. Like Mussolini! It's about fucking time. Because he's like, this show sucked until he came out. Like Mussolini! It's about fucking time.
I love hearing him sing Punk theme.
When Punk shouted him out, I told you Brad Last put on Twitter, well, this is only going to encourage more singing.
Hopefully we get more singing once Punk comes back. That's my hope.
That camera shot on Raw Monday, did you see it when Drew's setting up for the Claymore and he goes to run and he trips and the camera zooms out and Punk's there going, ha! hugging his leg. That was a great camera shot. Drew, and then Punk looks at him and goes, "I got you twice." And I noticed Punk grabbed his leg with his bat arm, so that's encouraging. And he had no brace
Very
on.
encouraging. Yeah.
Yeah,
He hasn't really been wearing his brace much as of late.
yeah. And he grabbed Drew with his bat arm on Raw to screw him over and help Jay win. Somebody said, "Wow, because Jay is so over, worst match at WrestleMania, possibly top 5 worst WrestleMania match ever, gets rewarded with a world title match."
To be fair, he did win it.
Yes, he was the guy who won it, and he's very over. So, okay.
But yeah, oh my God, their match is so bad. Oh, it was
I
awful.
saw a clip today that made me laugh from the match. It's Jimmy and Jay's in the other quarter, and Jimmy looks at his daughter in the crowd and goes, "Jayla, get off your phone. Watch your daddy."
Really, wow, I can't believe that.
Do you see that clip? They posted a backstage WWE.com exclusive a couple weeks ago. Jimmy is coming from the back, coming from the ring, and Jay's coming out for a match, and they cross paths. Jimmy goes, "What's up, little brud?" He makes that weird fucking face he does, and they're supposed to hate each other, right? And you see Jay go,
Jay cannot.
and Jimmy's going.
Jay just, it's so easy.
Jimmy's eyes are big, and he's going.
It's so easy. To
And
make
Jay's
it
going.
My question is, how can Jay keep character?
See you in a bit, Dylan. Dylan's on the way.
Yay.
Ross's car looks like a prime bottle. Did you see that? It's that bright blue. Tex ass. It's only 400 miles now. Remember, it used to be 500.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, shortening Texas and tucking it away in the early spring where we will all forget about it
Yes.
is kind of nice.
It's a good day with the 100 car.
Larson's going to be hard to beat. Larson and Reddick, probably the cars to beat. Once again, Cindric and Briscoe qualified top 10, but will probably not even come close to finishing there. I'll give Briscoe a chance, but Cindric's been like, I qualified top 5 and run 25th like every week.
Pretty much. I expect them to drop like a rock eventually.
Bubba should have won Texas in the fall and got screwed over by a late caution when he had a big lead with like 3 to go.
It's Bubba, of course.
Yeah, and it was Reddick, his teammate, who brought out the caution.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So Bubba should be good.
But the question is, what's going to screw over Bubba today? Like, what's it going to be today? That's what I'm going to keep asking every week until it stops. What's going to fuck over Bubba?
And can Jimmy Johnson survive this? Because he mentioned he's like, I don't have a lot of experience on this car, and this track is crazy slick.
I don't know. He's going to be caught in the middle of the pack.
I don't expect good things from Jimmy today.
No. He's going to get caught in a wreck.
His next race is Dover in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks. I think it's Texas, Talladega, Dover, Kansas, Darlington, Norfolk, Spur, Charlotte. I think that's how it goes. Dover, yeah.
I love Dover. That's one of my favorite races. It's got my favorite.
Ooh. That's what Boyer just noticed. He noticed Stenhouse almost wrecked. When Sammy and the Usos and Roman all team up again at the end of this feud as good guys this time, that's going to be great. Because you know that, because they're going to be like, we need one more man or whatever, and it's going to be Sammy.
That will be the Survivor Series match.
I hope they do a War Game. I hope Rock does. War Games is great for Rock. You don't have to do a lot in a War Games. He can come in last. So, yeah, I hope they do a War Games. And it's like Roman, Jay, and Jimmy are going to need an extra guy. Be Sammy.
Who else is going to do it this year for War Games?
And I hope they get to do the old entrants that come out as good guys this time.
I mean, who else are you going to do for War Games? Who else?
Yeah.
It's going to be Roman and his guys versus the new blood.
So, yeah, like Friday, that Tonga guy debuted. Yeah. Beat the shit out of Jimmy because Solo told him to. And then Heyman says, call Roman. And before he can say that, Solo grabbed the cell phone and broke the phone. And I was like, Solo's taking over. But then later they said, by orders of the tribal chief. And Heyman's like, what? And it's like, it's The Rock. Obviously, it's The Rock. Losing has consequences was the line. Well, Rock never lost at WrestleMania. Roman did.
Yeah, Rock did lose that.
And they kicked Jimmy out because he lost.
Exactly. Jimmy and Roman were the two that lost. Rock
Yeah.
didn't lose.
Rock didn't lose. Rock won.
I mean, yeah, he got chokeslammed by Undertaker, but that was
So yeah, the whole losing has consequences line is going to pop back up again.
I mean, it
Bloodline Civil War.
I love it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it.
Just when you thought the Bloodline story was running out of juice and going to be over.
No, there's still some skis out of it.
Yeah, we got more Samoans because they're going to bring Jacob Fatu in, I figure.
Yes, yep. And Tama has a brother
Yeah.
named Tongaloa. They're God.
Goddamn, they're
He's
everywhere.
coming in.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Oh, and by the way, they also have like a younger brother named Hikaleo who wrestles over in New Japan currently.
Give it time.
He'll probably be coming too.
Cornette pitched a great idea. He said, here's the smart thing, because it's like, why didn't they bring Tonga and Fatu in sooner? Cornette says, well, you could just say that Triple H didn't want to bring them in because they're too wild and out of control, but The Rock used his authority and brought these crazy fuckers in,
It writes
and he's going to let them
itself.
run wild on them.
It writes
Yeah.
itself.
Triple H didn't want none of that because they're too out of control. They're too
Exactly.
crazy.
Exactly.
But The Rock's going to bring them in.
Show up and run this car. See him starting to downshift through the middle of
We're downshifting at Texas. That's weird. Only in turns 1 and 2.
11th and 12th. Truex started 9th. He's dropped 2. Hamlin down 1.
Carson Hover Cars 15th.
I expected that after the 5 car. Big Gibbs.
Oh, my back hurts from today.
Is holding pace with him quite well. They're driving off and separating themselves from third, Christopher Bell. Well, what we're showing right here is Brad Keselowski struggling. See Kyle Busch going
You know you're struggling when you're getting passed by Kyle Busch,
Yeah.
at the start of the race. And we
just based on the year he's having. Yeah.
he has lost 10 positions and struggling with the
If he'd have stuck his tongue out, he would have won Atlanta, though. The finish was so close.
We talk about Brad Keselowski's record here in Texas, but it has not been good to start this race. Well, all right, who's on the inside of it? Bush right there on the inside. He was also called
Roush has taken a step back from last year. They were great.
for Kyle Busch.
Yeah, they were on the money last year.
32nd, 33rd. Not good. Kyle Larson with a 1-second lead on Ty Gibbs.
Still looks like a King of the Hill character in that picture.
He still looks like Khan from King of the Hill. He really does.
No one's crashed yet.
Not yet, but it's coming.
Oh, my back. My back. I feel like Tobey Maguire now. Yeah, Matthew just posted, just knows Jimmy Uso yelling at his daughter mid-match, telling her to stop playing with her phone and watch him. Get off your
That
damn
is
phone.
hilarious.
Watch your daddy. Okay, Jay and Jimmy might not be the best wrestlers as individuals, but they both have banger fucking entrance music. Both of them.
Jay's is better though.
Yeah.
I like Jay's.
Speak. Okay, I forgot to mention at the Royal Rumble, I love the running gag in the match. Was every time somebody's beating up Jay, Jimmy comes up and tries to dap him up and be their friend, and they just keep turning on him. And finally, Gunther turns around and looks at him, and then Gunther slaps the shit, and you see Jimmy go while he's laying on the ground. He's like punching the ring. Damn it. He's like nobody wants to be his friend. He comes up to I think God, was it Karrion Kross beating up Jay, and Jimmy comes up and goes. Everyone just kept beating the shit out of Jimmy too. But when Gunther slapped him, he started punching the fucking ring. I lost it. Poor Jimmy.
Nobody will give him 5.
Nobody wants to be his friend because he's such a dick. Not even the heels. The heels look at him like, get the fuck out of here. Sami Zayn using the old generico brain buster on the turnbuckle deal. That was the perfect time to break that out. Yeah. And,
Came out of nowhere too. You couldn't have predicted.
and Cornette said, that was fucking incredible because he goes, look at little Sami Zayn. He said, I've said this about him for years. He's stronger than he looks. He's like Cesaro. Like, Cesaro's a big guy, but he don't look like he's that strong. Sammy's got that kind of strength. Because Cornette was like, I saw Sammy do that shit to Kevin Steen. And he goes, when Steen was fatter than he is now. So, yeah, Sami Zayn's got really good strength for a skinny guy. Some guys just have it.
Yes, so good.
And, like, Cesaro's the best at that because he's not even big. He's just tall. He's tall. Yeah.
6'5", 6'6".
But he's not buff or anything. But, yeah, he can pick anybody up. Cornette says Sami Zayn validates him because even when this dumbass was playing a mute luchador, I knew he could fucking talk if he just learned how to do it, and now he's great at it. Have you seen the Uncle Howdy teases they're doing?
I've seen like one or two of them.
Yeah, there was another one on SmackDown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
yeah.
I'm all for it.
And apparently Eric Rowan just re-signed too, so it's gonna be Eric Rowan as like his fucking muscle.
Which is good.
Yeah.
Good.
I remember Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt were tag champs, and they had a brief feud with Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel. And Bo Dallas dressed up like Bray Wyatt and was cutting a Bray Wyatt promo, and because he's his brother, he sounds just like him. And you see Bray in the
Smallest
Pace has
violin.
fallen off almost a second after 20 laps. What Chase Briscoe has started doing now, because the speeds are down, he has started
it's okay. Larson and Gibbs are 5 seconds ahead of everybody.
down
They're beating the shit out of everybody.
Yeah.
all the way through the faster end of 3 and 4. But he definitely started shifting.
Right now, everybody's too scared to try anything but running the bottom.
Starts doing that, then everybody
Yeah,
will start to
that's
recognize
so
it.
sad.
Well,
I have things that I can
I was shocked in the Xfinity race because like Allgaier went like 3 lanes up and passed 2 cars at once off of two. And it's like, oh, you can do that now. And then for the rest of the race, guys started moving up, so they can do it, but they don't trust that they can do it yet.
lap traffic. They're going to have to do
Probably
something
needs
besides
more
run the
double.
bottom.
Quickly.
And like Harvick just said, you're going to catch lap traffic. You're going to have to get brave and do something, or you're just going to get stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Martinsville last week when everybody's just stuck.
Tightens the race car up behind you. That's when you're going to start moving up the racetrack, as you say, Kevin, and using a lot
Okay, we almost had something crazy happen. Kyle Busch in the number 7 won the truck race. Justin Allgaier in the number 7 should have won the Xfinity race. And then I was like, well, 7 won't sweep the weekend because Corey LaJoy drives the 7 car today, so we were never going to get the 3 7s. Oh, if that happened at Las Vegas. Same car number wins all 3 races. Oh,
Denny Hamlin, he ran that outside. You see the momentum, the run he got off of 2, running down the backstretch on his teammate Truex Jr. Starting to see the 5 car, the leader, inch up the racetrack more and more and more.
Chase that.
I think he's consciously starting to
Jimmy Johnson's gained 3 spots.
feel for the green.
That's my Ned Jarrett impression. Jimmy Johnson moving up into the 35th position. And where the hell is Chase?
Behind another car.
Must be in the
You can
20s.
consider yourself to be in clean air here. Yeah, well, you're going to be really the leader is the only one that's going to be in clean air. These cars are sensitive, but as we saw last week, you can make your way through traffic. And
21st.
this run is going to widen out, and you're going to have some options here as this run goes. So the fall off, the second group,
Harvick or Johnson passed Kyle Busch.
a lot of things that start to be able to show up with the good handling cars and the bad handling cars. Well, and it's not like it's a cakewalk to just drive around them. Those guys are racing for that lead lap material position, and they're going to make it hard on you. They're going to try to make it wide. They're going to try to make you tight behind them, take your air off of your race car, and that's where the challenge becomes. Just because you rule to their outside doesn't mean they're going to pull up there and just let you go. They're going to block you.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that when the Shield music hit at WrestleMania, I thought for a second, for one night only, maybe they worked something out.
I knew it wasn't Mox, but it was like that thought of like, man, wouldn't it have been?
Because I was like, maybe they could. Because, like, okay, AEW has allowed, like, Bryan Danielson was in that documentary that they just did about him and Miz. Jericho has done stuff with them since here and there, and I was like, maybe for one night they were just like, okay, you can pay Mox, we give you permission to use him for this.
That would have been amazing.
So for like a half a second, I went,
I
what
knew
if he
it
was
wasn't, but
in
it
the
was
crowd?
Like, that would have been amazing.
Yeah,
That would have been epic.
Shield gear still looks good on Seth.
Yeah, of course it
I
does.
still love during his entrance, the fucking entrance he had with the outfits and everything. And CM Punk goes, "What am I supposed to do with this?"
It's a great question.
Congratulations, Drew. Can't imagine winning the world title and hearing everybody chant someone else's name. And then Drew gets into space and goes, I want you to know I couldn't have done this without you. And Punk's got headphones on. He goes, and I want you to know I can't hear a goddamn word you just said.
That was my favorite line. I can't hear you because I have cans on. I love
This is my moment. Why are you making it about me? He should have reached up and punched him in the nuts and then yanked him onto the fucking table.
Oh my god.
And Punk is aware of the Judgment Day meme. You know, the meme of people getting interrupted because, goddamn, every Raw for the last year, Babyface cuts a promo. Like, hear the Judgment Day music. Punk gets in perfect position. And he goes, and I'm like, he did that on fucking purpose. He knows about the fucking memes. And people are like, oh my god, new Judgment Day meme. And it's Punk going, it's fucking genius.
My favorite one is still like everybody making like, memes out of Roman's faces and his, reactions and stuff. That's my favorite.
When the way The Rock sold the spear.
Yeah.
Oh my
It
god.
sounded like he was dying.
And Roman's going. He looked devastated. That was such a great spot.
Cry from just dying over here. It was amazing.
He sold it exactly how he sold the spears from Goldberg back in the day. Because somebody put a clip and said, look at that. He's still selling it like it's the worst thing that's ever happened.
He's selling it like death.
And the people's elbow into the Cody Cutter spot was fucking great. Rock hasn't lost anything timing wise. And he did the whole 45 minutes with the rest of them.
Yes, he did.
So
I give Rock credit for that.
he trained his ass off, and it showed. Like, yeah, he's noticeably a little slower because everybody's gonna slow down.
But
Like,
he was slimmer though.
yeah, he was slimmer than last time. He trained his ass off, and he didn't look He's gonna be gassed.
I thought he was gonna be gassed.
He did. I mean, you're gonna be gassed in 40 minutes, but like he did fine. He wasn't like,
Yeah, he wasn't like
yeah, he wasn't dying out there.
or anything. No, he was still good.
Yeah,
I was impressed.
didn't fuck anything up.
Dodges from Rock.
Yeah, can still do all the shit he always did. Because his moveset, let's be honest, The Rock never had like a crazy varied moveset. Did a great DDT, a shitty sharpshooter. He's got the spine buster and the rock bottom, the judo throw thing, the fucking
Shooter's awful.
the shit shooter. Yeah, Rock was there with him every fucking step of the way.
I give Rock credit.
So now I'm like, oh, he can wrestle Cody one-on-one, and it'll be a good match.
I trust Rock.
And I hope they do the War Games. I hope they do that.
Who else can it be for War Games?
Yeah.
Ryan Blaney moved up to 5th place, and Denny Hamlin moved into the top 10. Well, you see that?
Larson is 3/10 faster than the next fastest car.
Jesus Christ.
They showed the lap times. Gibbs is within a second of him, but the best lap for Larson was like a 29.0, and the best one for Gibbs was a 29.3.
About this lap traffic as he approaches him.
We'll see what changes. Because as long as Gibbs is within a second, lap traffic can help him. Can help Gibbs.
Practice will be the first car to go one down as Ross Chastain moves up to 13. Yeah, Martin's struggling with that element of his car.
Everybody finally snapped after Martinsville last week. Martinsville was not a bad race, but by Martinsville standards, not good enough. Nothing like Martinsville was with every single version of the NASCAR car before now. It ain't good enough.
Yeah, that wasn't. I mean, it was a good race, but that's not.
Yeah, it was passable, but it's not Martinsville.
Martinsville's a crazy race.
Yeah, that was not good enough. And Joey Logano on 180 lap old left side tires at Martinsville held the lead easily. That's a problem.
That is not Martinsville.
Yeah, that's not Martinsville. So everybody finally just snapped and was like, fuck this shit. Like, enough already. They've made, like, little improvements because we went to the first Martinsville Next Gen race and it was horrid.
Yeah, that's what you.
At least next time, the tire laid rubber down and there was way less grip. Still, though, it don't work like Martinsville's supposed to, and that's a problem. And we finally get North Wilkesboro back, and we're stuck with this shit. So, fix it. Use the All-Star race at North Wilkesboro to just try everything.
Yeah, let's get the whole. Yeah, let's get the whole.
Oh, that's a lot of cars pitting at once.
Have to. Denny Hamlin on the move. You know Truex, we saw him backing up. He needs some adjustments. Yeah, and the guys who pitted first, we saw Denny Hamlin come to pit road first.
Here comes Larson. Even the booth is dead right now.
William Byron, Five's teammate, making
biggest flex from WWE is them basically saying there, yeah, we're gonna make our stages smaller now because we can sell the tickets behind the fucking curtain. So,
Yeah, I've noticed they've been doing different stages.
yeah, I like it.
They're trying to figure out what they want.
Some of my favorite things about the Triple H era, we take all the B premium live events to other countries, so the crowds are like crazy fucking hot, and it makes them better. Like you have your SummerSlams, your Survivor Series, WrestleMania, Royal Rumble here. That's fine. That's the big four. Take the B shows to other places we don't go, and you'll get the rabid, crazy fucking crowds. Like
Because you know,
Backlash last year was fucking great, and it's probably going to be again because it's in France. So that was a great idea.
name the last WWE show that went further. I can't.
Not televised.
Exactly. So it's going to be.
And doing stuff like when they were at Ford Field, the stage set was at the tunnel that leads to the Lions locker room, and they come out from there. And it's like a little video screen, and they use the big tower thing in the Lions Stadium as part of the set. Wow. So the pit stall in front of Ty Gibbs is on fire.
Wait, huh?
He can't pit the lap. They wanted to pit this lap, but they can't. They put the fire out, so they told Gibbs to run another lap. He can't drive through. Yeah, the pit stall over there, I guess somebody like spun the tires and it ignited some fuel that was on the ground. So Gibbs had to, yeah, you can see the scuff marks. Gibbs had to run an extra lap or two to get the fire out so he could get the pit road. That's the most notable thing. Because look, all the cars that were running, Gibbs is going to be like fifth or something after this probably. I'm curious to see where he cycles out at. That'll tell you about tire fall off based on where Gibbs cycles out at. Because he ran this long. Is this really going to hurt him? He had a pretty big gap to third. Chase still ain't pitted. Might as well run long.
Yeah, let Chase go. Why not?
I missed the black. I missed the matte black one. The matte black with the orange numbers. I missed that one. That's better than the one from last year that had blue on it. It was orange, black, and baby blue. What? That's much better than last year's.
Looks like Ty nailed his stop.
But did he lose time running on old tires? The extra couple of laps. Wow, yeah, he lost a lot of time to Larson. Look how fucking far ahead he is. They were within a second of each other. Gibbs, yeah, I told you he's gonna be like fourth or fifth. He's gonna be behind Bell and Reddick at the very least.
Yeah, so.
He did lose a lot of time. Yeah.
Not anything his fault, but that's
I didn't even see the car that set the pit stall on fire,
I know that's.
so we can laugh at who screwed Ty Gibbs over.
I'm ready for it. I want to know who did it.
Larson's gonna be like 6 seconds ahead of Bell for the lead.
Trying to just bring it out of the way, please. Get out of the way.
and Hemrick remain on the racetrack without having made this first pit stop.
They're about to.
Larson up to third, and Bell leading the rest of the drivers
Jesus
from
Christ.
sixth. Look how far
They're
Bell is
so
ahead of.
far back from Larson.
Don't mean to keep beating this, but look how far he's ahead of Gibbs. The third place.
Remember when Goldberg reached deep into his arsenal and pulled out a brain buster against the Undertaker? He really beat the can't wrestle narrative that day.
Well, to be fair, he gave himself a concussion.
Botched jackhammer turned into a brain buster. I have a feeling this tweet has some sarcasm in it, don't you? He pulled out a brain buster on the Undertaker. That's what it was. He knew exactly what he was doing.
Yeah, he totally didn't concuss himself during his entrance.
Yeah.
No. He knew what he was doing. He knew a brainbuster would beat the dead man.
15 drivers on the lead.
JBL posted a picture. He's with Tommy Dreamer and Dawn Marie and Bubba Ray, and he said, "I'm with ECW Legends. I loved the ECW crowds. I was a huge babyface." Did you see JBL stay in character at the Hall? Somebody asked him about his history with Rey Mysterio. What do you think about Rey and Dominic feuding again? And JB goes, well, Rey Mysterio is a deadbeat father. I told y'all this 20 years ago from the very beginning. He's a deplorable human being. He should be sent back to Mexico. And to think that he would ever put hands on his wonderful son Dominic, who is an inspiration to children around the world. And JBL cut this fucking promo about how great Dom is and how much of a piece of shit Rey is. And I stood up. And went, still in character, still keeping the feud with Rey
I
going.
want JBL back on
He said, well, I told you, he's a deplorable human being. Told you that all along.
JBL on commentary is the greatest thing.
He would be great now because he'd be turned loose.
He needs to be back.
We have too many good announcers because Punk is good, McAfee's good, Wade Barrett and Corey Graves are good together. Michael Cole was the greatest announcer of all time all of a sudden. It's like, wow, Vince really was just fucking him in the ass.
Put JBL back. Put him on SmackDown. Let him be the heel commentator for SmackDown.
Did you hear McAfee on the Pat McAfee show the other day? Him and Michael Cole hosted the show all day, and Pat McAfee goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, just like to announce, Mommy is coming by the show later," and of course they're chanting for Rhea. And Pat McAfee goes, "I have heard that since we have come to Philadelphia, lotion sales have tripled since Mommy's come to town." And Michael Cole's going, "The lotion sales have tripled." I believe it. I fucking believe it. And then they were talking, and Michael Cole's like, "I don't like Dominic. I don't like Dominic at all." He's like in character, and Pat's like, "Why don't you like Dominic?" Well, I mean, what? And Michael Cole goes, "What would he be doing without Rhea Ripley?" And Pat goes, "Well, they'd probably be at the other place wrestling in front of 600 people." I was like, "Oh, Pat."
Oh my
He
god.
said, "Without Rhea, he'd be at the other place wrestling in front of 600 people or whatever they do over there." So yeah, it was a low blow, but hilarious and true. And then the morning after they announced that, oh, we're going to air the CM Punk footage on Dynamite, they get to the WrestleMania kickoff show. Michael Cole goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to welcome the man who internet marks and dorks on the internet have to use on their show to make headlines, CM Punk." And Punk was like, "Thank you, thank you. Everybody wants to talk about me. I'm the biggest star on every show on television."
For some reason, I can't see it.
And we have a caution.
Alright, what happened?
No idea. I just look in the leaderboard as yellow.
Just get back into the race, please. This is what we want. We want to know what happened with the caution.
Enjoy the Zen. They'll be right back. Chill.
No, it was only for
Jimmy Johnson.
Gilliland did not make their
They got it. Chase and Gillen got their deal. And I just said yesterday, that never happens when guys try to stay out like this. It never works out. Well,
rarely does it.
did Jimmy Johnson hit anything? No.
just got to be really careful with this car.
He thought it was in Japan and he drifted.
That's two this weekend, Jimmy. At least he didn't hit the wall this time.
Racetrack,
He wrecked in practice yesterday.
it'll be around.
Jimmy does not like
Probably on those
handling
limit. Jamie?
Yeah, to your point, I just listened to Jimmy Johnson's radio. He said, "I'm just awful through the bumps. It's not bottoming out."
Well, then stay off them.
We'll see what happens once he hit it.
Well, then feckin' stay off them. Well, it was feckin' one is. You see the new Tourette's guy video? Why is the Jolly Green Giant such a turd? You are nothing but a box full of miscellaneous Dr. Scholl's shit. And then there was one they put out last year where it's called Tourette's guy accidentally says inappropriate things. It was just his son catching him saying stuff out of context that sounds perverted. "Dad, I don't want to go get that shot. It's the one where they pull your pants down and they stick the needle in your butt." And Tourette's guy goes, "Oh, for crying out loud. Take it in the ass like a man." "I got him a $50 Amazon gift card. He needed to give me dick." He's still around. That's the funny. It's somebody in the comments said Tourette's guy is an internet time capsule because they're still using the same shitty camera they used 15 years ago. You haven't missed a fucking thing.
Oh, that was
You need to get a chair from the kitchen, I guess. You and Anthony could take shifts again.
I was holding that in the whole time. Sorry. Yeah, well, it's fine. You know, turn around. Got it.
We know something's going to go get. You may see right sides only. We've already.
you're not working at a fucking gay bar. And his son goes, well, why not? What'd be wrong with that? Because you hang around with them long enough, you'll turn gay. And his son goes, you speaking from experience? Shut up.
We're gonna get a random ass Ford show up and try to win today, like Todd Gill.
Larson had a 6-second lead after pit stops. Well, him and Gibbs were like 8 seconds ahead of the field, and they were close to each other. And then Gibbs had to stay out an extra 2 laps because the pit stall in front of his caught on fire and he couldn't pit. And then he fell back to fourth, and then Larson had like a 7-second lead on Bell. But Chase and Gilliland stayed out and caught a caution, so now they're leading. But nobody's going to pit with them. But it still should be a net gain for them because they're going to pit now and get fresher tires on everybody.
The Sam Mayer Ryan Seek battle up front.
It ain't going. Well, they're about to pit, and it'll just be Larson leading again by 7. Oh, Austin Hill stayed out too, I think. With them, I think it was like Elliott, Gilliland, and Austin Hill, maybe.
I can't wait till Austin Hill wins a bunch of them Chase Elliott races. Oh, right.
Jimmy Johnson just spun but didn't hit anything.
Yeah, he apparently thought he was Tokyo drifting. Just randomly drifted for no reason.
That's my ass, bro. Stop.
Well, the pits opened, and the four drivers who had not yet made a stop came in, along with Ryan Blaney,
And Bubba.
Oh God.
Gilliland,
Driving a lap back.
Who?
McDowell, Chastain, and
I don't think. Oh, well, hell, he must be tail end of the lead lap. Okay, yeah. Because it hadn't cycled all the way through because 4 guys. So maybe Bowman was a lap down. Yeah. A racetrack that hopefully won't exist. Oh, that's a sparkly orange on Chase's car. I just noticed when you look close. Yeah. Hendrick is one of the few teams that will still occasionally paint a car instead of decaling it. So I think that sparkly orange is actually paint.
saw the clean air and the importance of it, noted on the 9 car.
You think you just come in here and rearrange my shit? No, I'm kidding. At least it's only 400 miles.
Not sure if Truex took tires or did he just come in for fuel and an
I don't
adjustment.
know. High hopes, I guess.
We think he's got a loose wheel, Mike. We think he's got a loose wheel. Goodness.
It's like we know there's gonna be some crazy shit, but all got right in the bag, and then every restart pick was like, "Fuck you, you're not gonna win."
He was about to get passed by Herbst. That lap car run him like a dick, and then Allgaier got loose under the lap car and spun the lap car out and brought out the caution that said everything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whoever got to Sieg first is probably going to pass him. You can't pass. He qualified top 10, and you can't pass.
He had to pit the second time, so he's going to have to start tailing to the field in order to, because he had to pit the second
No
time.
wins at a mile and a half since 2019.
That's insane, because that's all he used to do was win on mile and a half.
Now he is going to be at the dead back of the field. Bad to worse. Saturday on Fox, the United Football.
When did he go from 78 to
action?
19?
The DC defense
2018. No, 2019. 2019. Yeah.
Changed his numbers. But he used to suck at short tracks, didn't he?
He didn't suck at short tracks, but he had horrible luck.
He didn't ever have wins,
Nah.
I believe. Bold prediction for this year.
Ty Gibbs pitting.
Tyler Reddick doesn't race at all.
Well, Ty Gibbs' day's fucked. Loose wheel.
this
He can bounce back, but I don't think he's going to win.
racetrack in the race track position and all the moments that they've had. Now they're back on pit road with a loose wheel. We saw the 19 just come out with a loose wheel. So
Denny
they're
Hamlin, William Byron, Denny Hamlin, William
on the
Byron.
racetrack. Track position's hard to come
I
by.
looked at the schedule and realized that. I said, oh, ouch. So which one of them's going to win today?
Well, next we got Talladega, Dover, Kansas,
Byron will win Vegas, like Denny.
Darlington.
Johnson, untimely caution.
It'd be funny if they went back and forth the rest of the year. No, just Denny and Byron every
We
week.
just need to make sure.
And then both of them don't make the final four.
Hey, we got a fast race car. We need to do what we have to do to
That would
get
be
our car to
hilarious.
where
That would be They get to the final
get you
eight,
back up. It's
and
gonna
then
take all
just
day
DNF
to get you back up there,
That would
but
be
you got a fast car. Let's
That
just
would
not
be
tear it up.
Coach was not happy with what he saw sitting on that box.
Yeah,
I damn near
two of his
sat
teams
home
right there
and
have
said,
loose
I'm not
wheels, so
even gonna watch
easy to
this.
do. Not jumping
I didn't watch it.
I don't think I've ever been excited about a truck
Definitely going to
race.
raise the blood pressure a little
Kyle
bit.
Busch won a truck race and it was exciting. I was like, what the fuck?
we restart.
Normally it's not. And then I was kind of on a downswing yesterday, and then that last 40 laps, I was like, oh, okay. So Texas
And a bunch of waiver rounds getting ready.
but it only takes 50 years and once in a lifetime
Start on that outside.
Yes. Yes. Knees weak, arms heavy, mom's spaghetti.
Look at Chase and Todd. They wound up in the top 10. Whoa, Cindric.
Bye, Cindric.
Later. He'll never get it back. He'll be lucky to not wreck here.
Restarts are so tough.
Glad I missed that.
You don't want to be up there. Cars get tight.
Yeah, it wasn't that bad.
You come up off the
It's kind
corner,
of interesting
you
because
have
of
to
the
be in
tight
traffic
road
right
shit.
there, so you got to be really careful with the positioning of the car. And
Denny's going to run into Byron and then wonder why Byron gets mad or something.
Yeah. Before that caution, had they ran green the whole time? Yeah.
Chase was 21st and couldn't pass, and now he's 7th because he stayed out and caught a caution.
You remember the Xfinity race was like gone, and then like 40 laps into a run, there was somebody who was like started breaking his way.
Yeah.
Riley Herbst.
Riley Herbst was pretty fast. He probably would have won.
Because if on a 10-lap run, all got Herbst.
we see William Byron. You see the hood flap right there. See him move down to block the run of Chase Elliott behind him, but he was right on the back bumper of Chase Briscoe.
Denny's the only car I'm seeing that's actually going places.
It's not.
Denny's like actively making up ground, not just because like, oh, the caution fell here or this and that.
Byron winning last week, as you can say, and he shouldn't. We keep right now is the same pattern going.
Remember the year where it was Harvick, Truex, Kyle Busch for like over half the year? Ugh.
Chase Briscoe took 2 on the restart. He restarted
Oh, Briscoe took 2.
He is up to 5th. Byron has dropped 3. Hamlin's coming, guys. You see him right there? Look at the inside.
What'd I just say? Said Denny Hamlin's like the only car I'm noticing that's actually moving forward.
Very good on the long run. Right out.
His man in front of him ain't cutting any brakes though.
You never know what your car is going to do on a refire with the cycle on the tires, Jamie.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin
Oh wow.
was
He made that look easy.
crew chief Chris Gabehart. I talked to Chris this morning. He said, we're fun because we missed it in qualifying, but don't let that discourage our fans. We are fast. This car has a great balance through 1 and 2 especially. He said, and Denny will
Denny's
figure out
paint
3 and 4
schemes
once
this
we're
year
in the race, and that's what he's doing
Kyle
as he's
Busch
going
when he had
forward.
like given in
Denny actually
It's like, what the fuck? You got
Denny said on his podcast, "Don't be alarmed. FedEx has basically bought like the back half of the season." So he said all through the playoffs, it's probably just going to be the FedEx car the whole time.
wondering that all this time I'm like, you get Davis.
FedEx wants the important races. Yeah,
And then I can't remember the one he had at Bristol. It was like a
it was the same paint scheme as Mavis, but it was blue, red, and white.
weird color.
Yeah, but it was actually the same design. Yeah.
Mainly on the 20.
Well, Denny said you're going to see a lot of FedEx for the big races, Brickyard and Southern 500 and playoffs and shit like that.
My favorite JGR shows are Interstate Batteries and Yahoo.
I like Truex. I like Truex's, even though he's had the same one for like 6 years. I like Truex's.
Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah.
Because I like both of them.
Yeah, they're both pretty
But I
nice.
hate the Truex.
Auto Owners changes every year, but it's always blue.
Truex has now hit the bottom of my list. He is my most disliked driver. After Richmond, no, I can't do that. I despise Denny, but
After Richmond, Kyle Petty started calling Truex Eeyore. Because he said Truex acts like a maniac and does all these horrible things. And then he gets out and pouts and says he didn't do nothing and he's sorry. So Kyle Petty called him Eeyore. I about pissed my pants laughing when I heard that.
I despise Denny and I despise Joey. That shit Truex pulled. That's what turned me against Chase, was acting like a dumbass. Like, don't do that.
I got a complicated relationship with Denny Hamlin because I don't hate him, but I resent his hypocritical tactics a little bit. Yeah, and his big fucking mouth.
Makes
Yeah.
like,
His whole I'm above it all. Chase is like that without speaking.
I'm running 34th, guys. If you wasn't aware, I am now a proud fan of the.
Could you imagine being exclusively a Wood Brothers fan? You've had to suffer through fucking Matt DiBenedetto, Paul Menard, and Harrison Burton.
Get any worse? It's only up from here.
Wait till they put fucking
If I run
Brandon
Denny
Jones in the
fast
21.
every week like I have for the past 3 years,
You wait till they put Brandon Jones in the 21. You just wait.
they just blew by Suarez.
Yeah, what's up with Suarez? He's got a problem if he's that slow. He's getting passed by Corey LaJoy, for God's sakes. Yeah. RFK and Trackhouse have revolutionized design in NASCAR for sure.
And Daniel Suarez has some pretty bitching.
It's the new teams. It's 2311, Trackhouse, and. Oh, shut up and show the race. It ain't North Carolina barbecue. I'm obligated to say that as I sit here in North Carolina.
$47 WrestleMania chicken tenders and fries.
Yes.
65 complete.
Remember that big meat sandwich thing they had at the Royal Rumble one year because it was in the Alamo Dome, and heel Daniel Bryan, who was a vegan, was holding it up going, "Look at this. It's disgusting." Daniel Bryan cut a promo on this fucking big ass sandwich.
Are you an Ice Pop fan?
Yes.
Was in the lead.
You're giving me a prime? I ain't tried this flavor yet,
I don't
but.
like Ice Pop.
Oh,
I
really?
don't like the flavor. Well, that was a good segment.
I was hesitant to try this one.
Gets a transition in his first minute. And here's a guy who's probably
A strong. God, what throws me off about Prime is that it's like sugar free, but it's strong.
my favorite one, hands down, for everybody. Lemonade. It's not lemonade. It's not the same thing. Lemonade. Give me a marker. I'll write the little hash.
What Logan Paul would say, "Shut up."
Try this one.
Just giving them away?
No, that's
Oh,
fine. You
well.
ain't getting my lemonade. I want you to try the lemonade. I want you to try the lemonade. Yeah. So I have the pink lemonade. And this one, when I open it, you're gonna smell it.
That's really good.
Lemonade one is
Yeah, there's your cap. That's really good.
no cap.
No cap. I have not had a bad flavor of Prime yet. I haven't tried the blue flavor.
I can't remember the one.
Blue is the most typical flavor. It's blue raspberry.
I like that banana strawberry gimmick.
If you
Gimmick.
go to Walmart, might be that one will throw you way sideways. I can't explain. It's one of those mystery fucking flavors that you can't explain. I want to try the Dodgers whiskey. Dodger Stadium has a
Daniel Hemrick, top 15. That is huge. And I'm seeing Austin Hill because he stayed out long, went from 30th to 16th, so that's a win. He's the best running RCR car. Austin Hill is the best RCR car in this race. I'm not surprised. I know Kyle Busch, they'll get that shit together. The 8 car won't suck all year.
Never in my life thought I'd feel bad for Kyle Busch, but I'm kind of starting to feel bad for him. Same thing with Joey. At this point, I'm like,
I do not.
Kyle Busch in an RCR car is like when Ricky Rubb was past his prime driving the fucking Yates 88 car, where I was like, man, sucks. Because you weren't around for it. In the late 90s, the Dale Jarrett number 88 Yates Racing, woo, fast. Owned Daytona and Talladega. Won the championship in 99. Badass. And then like 2003, off a cliff. Never recovered. Yates, that family, they still build all the Ford engines, though. The team went out of business forever ago.
it's like, no.
Blaney made a pass.
Yesterday.
I thought the booth yesterday was pretty good. Did you hear what Ross had a great line yesterday? Ross and Joey were in the booth. And Ross goes, "Well, with me and Joey up in the booth, there should be a lot more passing opportunities out there today."
Joey almost slip up.
What'd he say?
Restarts. I thought I was the only one that called me for the shit posted papers. And I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
33 time wins pretty good fit.
Well, he's got a fast car, too.
I watched him win his first Texas race back in 2010. I think it was 2010 was the first one.
I mean, he's catching it, but from the second half to 9-10,
He's doing what Gibbs did. He's staying right there.
the longer the run goes, you can catch it.
If you stay within a second, maybe a second and a half, like Denny, you got a chance.
So a 3-car battle.
Pretty much.
That's possibly 3 of the final 4 drivers.
Briscoe's top 5 on 2 tires.
Any one of these 3 cars right here in the lead, they're going to be hard to handle.
Oh, speaking of that, let's get batteries.
Has climbed to 21st.
That's my favorite JTO.
About 15 seconds back in the lead.
Well, that last lap was just, I'm not
I like Matt.
Kansas.
Matt Kenseth had a DeWalt car with Roush for years. Then DeWalt went away. Then he goes to Gibbs, and DeWalt comes back, and Kenseth winds up back in a DeWalt car. And I was like, Matt Kenseth in a black and yellow DeWalt car makes sense. He had Dollar General and DeWalt when he was at Gibbs. I miss Dollar General cars.
For obvious reasons to get to.
We're running out of time. Blaney's the one, probably the only one that's got
Now Blaney's going forward.
The battle of two Cup Series champions here.
Best cars are Larson, Hamlin, and Blaney. And they're not even running 1, 2, 3, but I can look at them and tell you those are the best cars.
move that they made.
What's up with Joey?
Catching a caution flag and making the stop took them from 21st before the pit stop cycle to the lead.
I told him during my stream yesterday, I said, people stay out and try to catch a caution. It never happens. First run today, it happened. And now Chase is all right.
Sometimes you gotta make your own luck by taking those chances and putting
So that shit never happens.
Memorial Joy is actually running 30.
like I said a minute ago.
He knows he's going to be better than probably Jimmy Johnson because Johnson never runs anymore.
He's not the best running car on his team.
The track position that they gained.
I think he might be the worst.
Hocevar was top 15 at one point.
Yeah, he's actually the worst running car of his team.
And I thought this car would be faster.
Yeah, because Zane Smith's ahead of both of them.
Was going to be one of the cars to beat today.
Welcome Ty Dillon back to the Cup Series today. Forgot to mention that.
This will be a big podcast conversation.
Why
Downfall of Corey Mahoy.
Why did they take AJ out of that 16? They still have the charter for it, but they make it full time, but with a bunch of part time drivers. Why wouldn't you just leave AJ Allmendinger in it?
Great question. I feel like AJ's hard to
Well, they did say AJ's.
himself where he's like, I don't.
They said they know AJ's going to win 5 or 6 Xfinity races guaranteed because there's like 5 road courses, so of course he's going to win those. AJ's won on ovals too. Yeah.
For being as competitive as
Dang.
he is, as we see Ryan Blaney go by Chase Elliott.
Finally, that took him about 5 laps to get that job
Shut up, Boyer.
on the final lap of the
Hey, Boyer, how come that 14 car never ran that good when you was in it? Yeah. That looks like an old 90s color scheme. That gave me Kyle Petty Coors vibes.
in the 7th Gen Cup car that we raced today.
It'd be hard for me to complain about a Larson domination.
33 stages. It feels like with this car. In fact,
I just don't know if I can handle
6 races on mile and a
Hey, guys, Kyle Larson won stage 1.
half, one stage.
You won't see a shitty 600. I keep telling you, this car was designed the way it is specifically for Charlotte. Because that was the race people were going, God damn it, we cannot have Charlotte be boring. Fix this. And they did. It is Charlotte's been fixed.
I think the last 600 in the other car was Larson shitting on everybody.
Yes. Yeah. And yeah, the best tracks in NASCAR are now Charlotte, Kansas, and Homestead. So Vegas ain't bad either. Yeah.
It's had some bad.
Darlington's still really good because Darlington is fast enough.
Darlington produces shitty winners.
Yeah, and it's big enough and fast enough to be as good as Charlotte because the guys who run good at Charlotte usually run good at Darlington, but it's got tight corners because Darlington's just a weird fucking racetrack. It's like a mile and a third, so it's not too small, it's not too big, but it needs to be on the bigger side to be good with the current car because the current car sucks on short tracks. Last week was not good enough for Martinsville. It was not. NASCAR will fix everything but the actual problem. That's what they do.
I realized from Facebook comments that the reason that it's never been fixed is because nobody knows the real issue.
I like.
There's a solid argument from both sides when somebody's like, no, the car sucks, and then somebody's like, well, no, the track sucks.
I will say certain tracks, Richmond and Texas, have sucked with every car. Like Richmond, when they stopped putting sealer on it, sucked with the old cars, the COT and the last one.
I think we dump Texas, and we go to Kentucky.
You want to give Kentucky one more chance?
And the new car,
Well, okay, for 1 year.
You've got to deal with Texas. Give us one race. Let's see what it's like. Same thing with Chicagoland. It's like
Chicago's going to be great when it comes
got a
back.
fucking chance, dude.
Yeah, Chicago's going to come back.
Give it one race.
I'll give you Chicagoland. I'll
Yeah.
give you
I
that.
know Kentucky sucks. Trust me, 100%. Cole Custer won at Kentucky. Sucks. But the new car hasn't been tested on it. It obviously
Yeah.
has changed a
It's
lot
built
of
for
tracks.
tracks like Kentucky.
And Charlotte sucked.
Yeah.
The last car. But look at it now.
Yeah.
It can fix some tracks. I feel like, what if they went to Kentucky and then all of a
They
sudden it's
over-engineered.
track?
They over-engineered this car for Charlotte and Kansas and places like that, and forgot that. Oh, I know you think because I guess their logic was, well, hell, the previous car sucked when it had a big spoiler, but Bristol and Martinsville were still great races. We ain't got to worry about that. You got to worry about that because you fucked it up.
I think that Cup drivers are talented enough and or should be talented
Welcome back to Fort Worth,
to
Texas,
where
where Kyle Larson has
we run this car on the tracks it's good on, and then let's take the other car and run it on the tracks it was good on.
Yeah, but they've already
Split 'em up.
that they almost did that for a year. Because when the COT was new, that's what they did. They had a year where they had 20 races in the old car, 16 in the COT. And they had like, okay, we're going to run the COT on a road course. We're going to run it at Talladega one time, kind of see where it does on the different kinds of tracks, but the majority of races will be the old car. They were going to do that with this. They were going to run it on like half the season and the other half be the old car. But they just went ahead and said, fuck it, and threw this one out there. And you saw what happened. Yeah. And now you can't go back to the old stuff because the teams have already sold that shit. Jeff Gordon talked about, he said the hardest day at Hendrick since he's been working there was when he watched all them parts go out of the shop with the, because he's like, God, we had such a good thing going because Hendrick dominated the last 2 years with the old car. All them parts are gone. They sold them to Xfinity teams and late model teams because the Xfinity cars are still similar to the older Cup cars. So all them parts and shit, they're gone. You'd have to fucking rebuild from scratch, and they can't afford to do it. So we're stuck with this. Parity is good with this car.
those fellows was from Hogwarts.
Yes.
There's Phil Surgeon.
That is such a random picture of Phil Surgeon. He did not think that was going to be the one they used. You see him, he was like,
And don't forget their spotter up on the roof, Brandon McReynolds.
that's Larry McReynolds' son, by the way.
Okay.
He was a little part. He was a race car driver in ARCA and shit at some point. Now he's a spotter. Guys who don't make it usually become spotters and crew chiefs, or they just go back to racing late models, like Stephen Wallace.
Kyle Larson has now led over 5
And then there's Dale Jr., who's now just suddenly decided he's going to race late models all the time now, part-time Xfinity. That lady in the Kyle Busch shirt's probably regretting her decision. Blaney stayed out. When was the last time Blaney pitted? Oh, yeah, Blaney pitted not long ago. Blaney's like halfway through a fuel run right now from the last time he pitted. But he can make it deep enough in the stage where he can pit when he has to and still make it to the end. And he'll be short. So he's going to take the lead right now, and then he's going to short pit these guys and probably get back in front of them later. That's the plan. If he can hold the lead here with old tires. Yeah. Blaney stayed out. Truex took 2.
Larson comes off second to Martin Truex.
Guys are trying shit.
On that track position back, boys. Opportunity presents itself.
If Blaney can hold this, it'll work out.
Blaney's getting there.
And even if he drops to like third, like I said, he's going to short pit them all because he can't run as deep into the stage as they can.
As Coach Gibbs mentioned,
So-
the invocation, a sad day
Bravo.
for those of us who've been a long time in
Not Bobby. It's Bobby and Terry's dad.
Of course, Bobby, Hall of Fame, Terry Labonte, double champion, and their dad, Bob, championship winning car runner,
Yeah.
Busch Series, and
I love that for little kids. I love that for little kids. LA Knight's going to be their macho man. Because LA Knight does the Slim Jim deal. Remember when CM Punk had the Slim Jim deal and WWE fucked him out of it? He talked about that on the Cole Cabana podcast years ago.
Are we going to get a Denny dumping Larson win today?
I hope not.
Wouldn't be the first or the second time.
We better not, man. Fuck that shit.
Thank you for the Ice Pop Prime. It was really good.
I just don't like the ice pop flavor.
when I taste Prime, it always throws me off. Well, this tastes like the sweetest sugary shit ever. Then you look, 1 gram of sugar. It's crazy. That fucked me up because I drank it and I looked at the bottle because I'm like sugar free, right? I looked at the bottle like 4 times, going, "Am I reading this right?" Because it tastes like the sweetest shit. Plus, I'm not a fanboy, but I like Logan Paul as a wrestler. I can't help it. Because he's a brilliant fucking wrestler.
These chocolate bars, dude, them things are fucking awesome. I've never had one.
You should have been here during Mania because me and Dylan about fell over laughing when Randy Orton grabbed Ice Speed and went, and then RKO'd him. We laughed so fucking hard.
It's funny, I was supposed to be was talking about
It hurt.
how real it is.
What, did you see how hard Randy Orton kicked him? Randy Orton kicked this. Sparta kicked his ass hard as he could.
I didn't think he kicked him hard.
And I'm like, oh, veteran Randy Orton protecting the business, stiffing the fucking guy who ain't a wrestler, right? And he RKO'd him and hurt his neck. Ice Speed said he was sore for like 3 days off that RKO. I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, respect the business. Randy Orton didn't kill him. He just stiffed him a little bit. Oh, yeah. Because I'm sure Randy was like, this guy probably thinks this shit's all fun and games, right? Watch this shit.
I would give anything to be like fucking 19-year-old in a prime bottle.
I would take that.
Mask off, barking at Randy.
I would have taken that fucking kick and that RKO for damn sure. I'd have sold the hell out of that RKO. I'd have done the RVD DDT sale on the RKO.
If I was Speed, I'd be telling everybody, I'd be like, has Randy Orton ever barked at you? Yeah, I didn't think so. I'd rub that into everybody.
I just couldn't believe when he took the prime bottle, like, head, and it was I show speed.
I
I
want
was
some
like,
of that
really?
WrestleMania prime. That shit looked good. Somebody told me the other day, I don't know if it was true, they had a fried chicken flavored prime they came
Ew,
out with for
ew.
a little bit.
Oh,
And
oh.
apparently it had an ingredient in it or something to fuck some chick up. So they had to discontinue. I don't know if it was true.
I hope it ain't true.
I was like, but I can imagine a KFC exclusive Kentucky Fried Chicken Prime. Why not? You gonna make money off of it? Why not?
Fuck that shit, dude. That's abominable.
Not everything needs to be a thing.
Yes.
You know?
I'll take Glowberry Prime, though.
Glowberry's good.
It's good. That's my favorite.
Drop In has these fuckers 2 for $5. So that's like the only place I'll buy Prime at.
Fucking kick somebody in the balls and move them out the way so I can get up.
I buy them at the Dollar Tree in Hendersonville. They're at $1. Yeah,
Wow, man. You got to stock up and I'll pay you when you get here. You get me like 5 and I'll give you $5 when I see you. Austin Hill stayed out. Chris Buescher stayed out. Ty Gibbs stayed out.
That's Todd Gilliland's tire.
Disrespecting the flag. That goddamn Brad Keselowski's a no good traitor. I'm a patriot. My girlfriend's husband fights for your freedom. My girlfriend's husband fights for your freedom. Okay. Blaney, Hill, Buescher stayed out. Gibbs stayed out. Truex did too. So they've wrestled this thing away from Larson for now. Watch him just muscle around him and get it right back. Don't worry, Brad. You'll tear plenty of shit up at Talladega next week like you always do. How nice that Brad doesn't want to tear anything up. He's saving it for next week.
Well, that lets you know where Brad's car is and how it feels. And he's had a tough start to the race.
RFK's not been good consistently at all. Last year they were just
Definitely tried
consistent.
there for some cars.
Chase Briscoe came in 5th, but came out, well, he's 16th. So that means he came out about 12th. Uncharacteristic long stop for the 14.
Can't remember if I told you the Kiss Cruise is coming back
Oh, wow, really?
next year. Yeah, they wanted to do it this year, but there's no ships available, so we're doing it next year.
We'll find out how good their cars are.
I'll give anything for Austin Hill to get 7 laps on your new tires if you can make it through.
We got some interesting cars at the front. Gibbs is fast enough to be up here on his own. He had to just get track position back. Austin Hill seeing the front of the field in a cup race is not what I expected today. Look at Larson. Larson probably wanted to go 3 wide, but not going to risk it. Guys have got to get brave and move up. like Chase just did. Look at Chase. Chase and Bill.
He's only going to make a handful of cup starts this year and a third. Richard Childress Racing entry, achieved by Keith Rodden.
I like that meme that said Austin Hill if Daytona and Talladega don't exist, and it's a guy making burgers at McDonald's in fast motion. Yeah. Austin Hill without super speedway racing. Well, Truex's two tires ain't working. Blaney's only working out because he's in clean air. I guarantee when Truex took two and saw that a couple of guys stayed out in front of him, he was like, what's the point? We're going to get swarmed here. Blaney and Gibbs are fast enough to be up there just on speed. I'm surprised Austin Hill's still up there. They done gave Austin Hill Kyle Busch's car. That's because Kyle Busch didn't vote for Trump. They gave Austin Hill the good car. Them Twisted Toe guys were watching the race last week and goes, God damn, Truex's car is orange. Here comes Larson. I told you he was just going to muscle and get it back. Hard R. Hard R. That's the scary thing. He might have a shot. He'll be their Shane Van Gisbergen and show up and whoop their ass. Yeah. Joseph Newgarden. Denny got fucked on track position again. Never forget. Just once I want an 8-car 8-6-7-5-309 to all be running with each other. We ain't had a 0 car in a while in Cup. Not since Mike Bliss and Ward Burton has there been a 0 car. We've had a double 0. David Rudiman and Ryan Newman said, yeah, Rudiman's a great name for him. He'll root a man right out of the way. Ryan Newman had a lot of great lines, like when he got wrecked one year. He said, yeah, I think Sterling Marlin's hairpiece just got in his eyes, and he couldn't see where he was going. Remember that time Boris said he was going to come to Greg Biffle's house here and kick his ass? Because he said, I know where he lives. I was watching. I go, hell, I do too. I know where Biffle's at. I know where Biffle's at right now. Yeah, he's here. Not even. Nah, he's probably watching. He's a fan. Biffle's not one of them boomers that quit, you know. Well, Biffle loved Texas. He won here quite a bit in Xfinity Trucks and Cup. Anthony, God, you watched the one race where Biffle led, the race went green for 300 laps and Biffle won. Yeah. We just didn't notice how bad it was because Junior got a top 5. So we were like, we'll take it. Whatever. Yeah. Ross don't. Ross wanted to so bad. I could see him going, because he could have passed Bill and the 33, but year before for damn sure he would have. McDowell got him. Larson is catching Blaney. Because Ross might do something stupid. You just don't know. We are Fox Sports. Fox sucks one, yes. They're going to go to commercial while Larson's running down Blaney. Well, when we come back from commercial, we should have a new leader, probably.
Or like the guy when me and you went to Charlotte that pissed you and fuck off. He was like fucking drunk, and I thought the both of you were gonna get up and beat his ass. That was funny as shit. Cause I
Yeah. Uh, yeah, that guy didn't know how close he was to getting thrown down the fucking stairs, I don't think.
no, he did not. And I'm just sitting here like, oh my god, you two are just gonna kick his ass. I was waiting for it. I thought one of you.
Well, if you'd have been at Atlanta with me and Dylan, you would have possibly seen an ass kicking because it was about to happen.
Oh my god, I'll never forget that Charlotte race for that. Never. I'll never forget that.
Then there was the guys at Darlington. Nice guys, but they brought like an entire meal from home in Ziploc bags, and the shrimp they were eating was stinking up the goddamn place.
Oh
And
god.
I'm just like, what the fuck?
Why fish? Why would you bring fish?
You know, you bring like canned food maybe or something. I don't know, not goddamn shrimp. Bowman's hit the wall.
Jesus,
Ooh. We have a caution, and Kyle Larson did take the lead, and Christopher Bell's crashed. What the fuck happened here? Dude, Bell's wrecked, Bowman's wrecked, guys who weren't even running together are wrecked. Bell got loose, smash, and then I guess there's a chain reaction in the smoke here. Yeah. Yeah. I was waiting for that to happen. So I was thinking 1 and 2 is where it's slick, but I guess the bumps in 3 and 4 are just playing hell. Oh, God. John Hunter nailed Alex Bowman. So they go to commercial. Larson takes the lead, and then the wreck happens. Thank you, Fox. Fox sucks one. When they said 48, I instantly said Jimmy Johnson, but no, he's an 84. What's that smell like?
I haven't won one day and they'll turn around and say,
What is Ghost? Is that energy drink?
It's a terrible feeling, Kevin.
zeros across the board. Kind of.
We could have commented on all the shit happening in this race if Fox would show any of it.
I think he just lost it.
Christopher Bell, yeah.
I know that hurt.
That needs to be dubbed over with the WWE. Watch out, watch out, watch out! Oh! We all live in a green submarine. He started to sound like the NASCAR 21 spotter.
Yeah, and you can see right there, it looked like a car came across the nose of the 48 car of Alex Bowman, and that's really what's.
I still don't know what Jeff Gordon's saying in NASCAR Heat 5 when you get to 5 laps to go. That counts 5. Just say 5 to go, you fucking asshole. Like,
Somebody get him a prime drink. See if that helps him.
I'm holding on to this bottle. A lot more Prime is gonna materialize in it because it's so delicious.
One of these days, I'm gonna buy him an ice pop one just for
Larry, what do you expect's going to happen under this caution?
So let's see. I need to try ice pop,
strategy
lemonade,
out on the
what other
racetrack
flavors?
right now, but I think everybody comes to pit road right here because you can make it to the end of stage 2.
Gotta
But it's
remember
going to
it's
be busy
lemonade.
'cause I think you're going to have everything maybe from fuel oil, right sides, full tires. It's going to be all
Not
over the place.
Well,
You're right.
this
That's
could
lemonade.
not live.
That's
not
lemonade.
It's got to have a true.
I've never tasted.
Had some strategy. Chris Bush. No
Too bad Alex ain't here. A crash happened.
At the end of stage
And
1,
it's not bitter enough.
holds the lead as they come onto pit road.
That's right.
You can make it to the end of the stage from here, probably.
Denny Hamlin
Good
said,
payout for Blaney.
Good payoff for Blaney and Ty Gibbs, who went from like 25th back to the top 5.
Like a genius. I don't know how he's doing it.
Could Kyle Larson get any closer?
Champion.
Could Kyle Larson have gotten any closer to Blaney's bumper there on pit road?
I don't know. What race was it last year when he almost took Blaney out going?
Homestead. Yeah, him and Blaney are racing for the lead, and they pit at the same time, and Larson missed and hit the barrels.
Larson and Truex. Elliott.
Blaney lost 7.
Damn, Blaney and Byron got fucked there on pit road.
Oh, Bob Saget! One of my favorite Teresca lines was, "We're going to be out of the butt and into the fuck if we don't come up with that $45." Out of the butt and into the fuck. You smell really good, Dad. I'm not wearing this cologne for you people. I'm just doing it for that bitch in church. Then they fucking hit the curb when he's teaching his son how to drive. We got a flat tire. Ah, shit. He's on the phone telling the guy, well, right now we're at the ass end of the First Baptist Church. We're at the ass end of the First Baptist Church. You're just a box of miscellaneous Dr. Scholl shit. 2024, and I'm getting new Tourette's guy quotes.
Awesome. Awesome. Hopefully they can come back full time.
Yeah. They will seriously go, they'll upload like once every 4 years. It's just like, new Tourette's guy video, where'd this come from? They've got two in the last year because the one from 9 months ago was up, and then they did one a couple days ago. Jimmy Johnson after 2017, it's just a picture of Darrell Waltrip in 2000. That's a low blow.
But true though.
Kinda true.
Yeah.
Kinda true. Austin Hill is in the garage, mechanical.
Jesus.
Oh, RCR.
Modern day RCR.
Mechanical problem with the driver or the car?
Both. So yes.
Fair enough.
People were making fun of Roxanne Perez because it looked like she was just staring at Natalia's boobs on Raw Monday. I mean, they're kind of hard not. They were damn near poking her in the eyes.
I mean,
They're so far out there, like, geez.
Did Pat McAfee really say something to Philadelphia about the lotion?
Yes.
yeah.
Rhea Ripley come to town. Lotion sales have tripled in the Philadelphia area.
My reaction.
Tell me about how many years you been coming here?
Why did I unmute this? They come back for commercial and I unmute it, but it's just Clint Boyer talking to fucking Hicks in the infield. So what are we doing? He's got a fucking 94 Bill Elliott flag back there. Ah, gotta love when Bill Elliott had that 7.5 year losing streak. Way to glorify that.
94 was in the middle of that, wasn't it?
Yeah, he drove the whole time he drove the McDonald's car. He never won a goddamn race. Yeah. He didn't win until Evernham started up, and they hired Bill, and then he won Homestead, and then he won the Brickyard 400 the next year, and he won something else, and then he won Rockingham in like '03 or something. So Bill had a strong end to his career, but oh man, when he drove that damn McDonald's car. Todd Gilliland is your leader.
For no apparent
I like how guys are just staying the fuck out because they know they can get away with it,
Close calls.
or taking two tires because they know they can get away with it.
reason to get clean air.
And here comes Bubba Wallace.
Way to teammates. That's the crew chief's fault. The crew chief's supposed to be the one saying when you can pull out and when you're clear.
That's what they're talking about on the William Byron radio. He had to check up.
Long John Silvers. If Todd Gilliland wins, you've got to take me to Spartanburg so I can get Long John's tonight to celebrate. That's only if Todd Gilliland wins. You know he ain't going to win.
Bell's car looks rough.
I don't know how he's still running.
In the shittiest Long John Silver.
We're going to go get some Long Johns tonight.
Sure will start out back for equipment in
I will have Long Johns by the end of the year.
John West Family. Zaxby's.
Larson with ease. Oh! Bubba and Gibbs. Damn. Yeah, well, they're fine, but look who they're running with now.
But they're fine.
That's great. Fucking 10th and 30th. 38.
Everybody's on the same strategy except Gilliland.
Get some payback, did he? Was an angry sleuth.
Now I remember Truex apologized to Denny.
Yeah, remember, he apologized.
Because Denny was like, "What did I do?" Yeah.
The fact that Denny Hamlin can run that second group on both ends as an option. We've seen turns 3 and 4 that bump in the second group be some issues for a couple cars now.
A lot of aggression, fourth on back. Chastain in the one. McDowell in the third.
I created a race for us in GTA. It's a long one. Takes like 20 minutes to complete. Or like 15 to 20 minutes, somewhere in there. It's a great. You get to see every bit of the GTA 5 map, like almost every area. I make sure you get to see almost everything.
Should make a race of the farthest around.
Before you leave, I'll turn on GTA and start to race up in a creator and show you a test lap on it. I meant to take video and send it to you, but I forgot. I gotta add a wall at one spot, and then it'll be ready for us to race.
See him looking in rearview mirror. Who else is coming?
Well, that's what happens here. You lose the momentum.
Joey creeping towards the top 10.
Next thing you know, you're out of position for the next corner, and then these guys get a run on you as you're side by side, and then you're out of position for the next corner, and it just seems to snowball as you go along.
Blaney and Ross, best friends. Not really.
Blaney for sixth.
No trouble there. I thought Reddick would have a car as dominant as Kyle Larson, but I was wrong.
Figures it out. Out of all the Fords, last year's champ,
Reddick
Reddick
ain't
easy champ. Might not be there at the beginning of these things, but by the time the pay window opens,
He ain't won by now.
12 cars are factored.
Yeah, those guys are really good about adjusting on
That mouse like
the championship race. We've seen it a few times this year.
Probably did.
They get to the start of these races, and they're not very good. And next thing you know, they get a couple of adjustments on their car, and they're in position at the end.
Blaney restarted ninth.
I need that Ryan Sieg adjustment.
He's
Come on.
giving Denny Hamlin fits. I think the 11 car is quite a bit better than him. It just shows you. Catching him's one thing, passing him's the other. Trying to get out of that way, kind of move to the outside. Get some
Getting brave there, Dennis.
down, or even do a crossover as he looks maybe to the inside. They are two drivers who have just run their fastest.
Watch them bumps over here, running that high. You saw what happened to Bill and Jimmy Johnson. At least Jimmy Johnson's still got a functioning car.
Yeah, we've got a little bit of cloud cover.
I'm glad Jimmy's running this in Kansas before he runs the 600.
Different sections of this race.
That's good, because, yeah, Jimmy's in the 600.
Make it stick.
Way up out of the groove. Hold on to it.
Good pass.
Yeah, his truck's got.
Oh, Hocevar and Kyle Busch.
Hocevar.
And we have a caution.
That's funny they were talking about Truex and Hamlin and all these guys were the fastest laps of the race course and he's still pulling away.
Early in the race, like, here's the fastest laps, and Larson was 3/10 quicker than the next car, because Ty Gibbs was the second fastest car. Hocevar looks all right. Kyle Busch had some damage, though. What happened? Kyle Busch just sent Hocevar. Good grief. He sure did.
It's really, really early.
It looked like Kyle Busch was the one that sent him.
See a better angle of it, but Kyle Busch was close to the rear end of that car.
Oh, no, Kyle made it through. That looks like a Pepsi car from far away.
Oh, what an angle.
Yeah, really.
Thank you. I needed to see that.
That was Chris
Kyle Busch doesn't have an onboard. Oh, Bob Saget.
fourth caution on the day. Hocevar has made it back to pit road.
Can you describe what he looks like? Yes, he's a long-legged, pissed-off Puerto Rican.
Explain to everybody Hocevar in his pit stall. But,
Holy shit! I gotta go! Some squirrels fucking my tomatoes!
and they're 23rd and 25th right now if you're wondering where they went. That's what happened.
Nobody's pitting. I wouldn't either. We can make it to the end of the stage. As long as I can make it to the end of the stage or the end of the race, might as well just stay where you are.
He sees falling beside him.
Oh, Bob Saget. really enjoyed this week. People saying on Twitter, "Well, CM Punk's disgusting. Try doing that to one of your coworkers when you work at Walmart and see if they bring you back tomorrow." Yes, because working at Walmart is the same as pro wrestling.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah, yeah, that really applies.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Fucking, what was Punk's line at the press conference? Fucking grow up. When he was talking shit about the Bucks, he said, "Fucking grow up." That's how I feel. Oh no, they got to fight. Oh, so fucking what? It's fucking wrestling.
All the time.
Kenny Omega even said it's fine. It's fucking wrestling. Try that at your job and see if you get to come back tomorrow. They didn't need to fire him. He'd already asked them to let him go. Mission accomplished. I showed you that picture he posted when the Bucks aired the footage and Punk posted the picture of George W. Bush with the Mission Accomplished banner behind him. When Bush said the war was over, and it wasn't. Oh no! Larson lost a wheel. Well, there goes track position.
Denny Hamlin wins.
Yay! For the sake of that podcast I listened to, yay. The goddamn wheel fell off the 5 car coming out of the pits.
After all those laps,
Oh, you know what though?
Yeah, I don't really know how to explain that.
My man, yeah, he'll make it back somehow, some way. He'll be back at least in the top 10, have a chance. Hopefully, my man Nixon doesn't have to make a leader's jinx race video where something bad always happens to the leader.
With that wheel moving around on
How much are they gonna
let's
find?
explain that.
A lot.
Suspended 2
The
races.
tire goes in. You saw the tire go
Well, at least it didn't happen under green.
in. I'm not sure if the tire actually grind
Oh yeah, the Indy car race we watched last year was it the Indy 500.
Yeah, where the shit sailed over the fence. God almighty.
came out. It creates a
Luckily, it went between
I
grandstands.
never thought I'd see a wheel go that far.
Landed in the parking lot.
At that race, watching the wheel go.
It hit somebody's car in the parking lot near the golf course. In,
Context, I love
IndyCar tires are not that big, but I still don't want to get hit by one.
with the retainer.
I just wanted to like hit my wrist and break it. I'd be like,
I
yeah.
love watching an IndyCar race and there's a wreck and the tow truck comes over and literally just picks the car up like this and carries it off because they're so lightweight.
Sometimes things happen. Well, obviously the setback with the wheel coming off's a big thing, but as Larry told us, a 2-lap penalty for the car that's
All right, Hamlin, Truex, Gillen, Reddick, and Chastain.
They drug a whole bunch of that underneath of that diffuser.
ready for the restart.
Arriba, let's go racing.
Lean on him, Truex.
How do they do the Kyle Busch Truex gimmick from Indianapolis where they go down here and wreck each other? Chase 3 wide on the bottom.
Chase Elliott put him 3 wide on the bottom of the racetrack. Puts those guys on the outside. And
Hamlin and Truex are going to fight tooth and nail.
to get back up in front of Michael McDowell and clear him, and Denny Hamlin. Martin Truex going out of
Hamlin takes the lead.
rails right there in turn 3.
Come on, Truex. It's on.
God, you see Ross cut Blaney's fucking nuts off there. And Larson's going a lap down. 2 laps down. Okay, he's done. 2 laps down, he's fucked. There'll be a lot of caution, so maybe he'll get back on the lead lap. Oh, Gillen.
Has not been to pit road since lap 85. Everybody he's racing with was in the pits at lap 103.
Well, he's done a great
He's coming up on 40 laps. You can go 60,
thing that they've given him and keeping it. So
and there's been cautions.
by those guys, and obviously their car is not too bad today.
We know Goodyear don't make a tire that wears for shit anyway. Oh, Josh Perry.
Larson getting a good.
Yee-oh.
Calamity corner.
And I just brought up Josh Berry. 1 lap down now.
Caution at lap 1.
Nah, because is he the only car lap? Yeah, he's not. He can't be Lucky Dog. And nobody's going to pit. Yeah. Nobody else is going to pit, but
If they run it out to the end of the stage, it'll be roughly 65 laps. So
Josh Berry.
Now and run it to the end.
The free pass will put Jimmy Johnson back to the lead.
Jimmy Johnson's free pass. Oh! Barry and Stenhouse crossed each other, and it got Barry out of control.
Yeah, I think Stenhouse moved down on him and put him in a bad spot.
Yeah, and it just kind of knocked the.
Oh, Bob Saget.
And then next thing you know, the back's
Very
I
fucking
don't know if he got
aggressive.
cleared or not, but he wasn't cleared.
Yeah.
Moved to the bottom, took that
That was kind of a.
line away from him and away it went.
Yeah, and you see that car spinning, but that's
Yeah.
the 47 came across
Yeah,
the nose
because we
before.
needed Simpson to be the lucky dog. It wasn't the lucky dog.
Next view from the Toyota cam of Eric Jones.
It's easy to find Stenhouse because of shit that he's been good the past year and a half. So
Yeah, that's pretty good touch on that.
That was Stenhouse. He totally cut across Josh Berry's fucking nose. Yeah.
Not clear.
I still laugh. Turn 1 and 2 at Texas, 9 lanes wide. You can run on a lane and a half.
The high plains
now if everybody
early
pits,
there on the radio over there, Jones
somebody's mistake.
sneaking by that accident.
Now, that was a great nickname for a race car driver. One of their spotters used to be called the High Plains Drifter.
So if this puts Johnson back in the lead lap, we will have only Christopher Bell 1 lap down.
What about
And Kyle
that dirt guy, Stickler, the high side tickler is what they called him?
Next Sunday, we're back on Fox at the fastest
Kyle Strickler, the high side tickler. Talladega. You sure you can't be sick next Sunday? Fat lady in a Joey Logano shirt eating nachos.
Next week is a race that there's a lot of guys.
Oh my God, I'm on TV! I'm on TV!
If I had to work that Sunday, I would have
Those
called
Fords
them
are licking their chops
can I
next
come
week,
in?
knowing that they better
Racing
win.
in Texas.
Brad
for that
Keselowski told us that
Talladega.
the
I remember a couple of times going on the Kiss cruise. I was like, "What race this week? Texas." Ah. And both times Texas was while I was on the Kiss cruise. That race sucked. So I was like, I didn't miss nothing. I missed Carl Everett's last win, but I didn't know that at the time.
for another for these teams.
I mean, it's just Carl.
Harvick wrecked Austin Dillon for no reason, and Austin Dillon talked shit, and then Carl Edwards won, and it rained.
We were leading, Mom.
And I was on the cruise.
We're just under.
Because I was on the cruise, and I went back to my room to watch football before Kiss came on, before Kiss hit the stage. And I was watching NFL highlights, and they showed the NASCAR leaderboard. It said, red flag for rain, Austin Dillon's the leader. And I went, oh my God, he's going to win. But he didn't. He's okay. Well, remember last time Bowman wrecked at Texas, it did give him a concussion, and he missed 2 weeks.
Try to make it to the end of the state, right?
Stay out.
The contrary strategy.
Stay out. Talking to boot, staying out. You want to stay out? Win the race, eh? Well, here was your first mistake, racing around Ricky Stenhouse. Sorry, Josh Berry. 2 laps down, that's tough.
It is tough, but you know.
So,
Flashbacks to Chase Road was like no matter how much you break, he's just gonna blow through the field and fucking win anyway.
Well, there's still gonna be quite a few more cautions.
yeah, because the reason it's happening is because you've got to move up and run higher and higher and higher, and there's less grip. So,
And also everybody's trying off the wrong shit.
yeah, all the different cars going to the front that shouldn't be up there, and yeah, it's flipping the race. You've been playing GTA 5 or something?
No, but that's just what that made me think of when you said that. Stop. No, it's not. I will give you an honest assessment.
You need to get GTA 5 on PS5 and play with us.
I will bark at you and RKO you in front of Michael Cole.
Oh goodness.
I prefer to bark and RKO Tony Khan
Well, he needs a lot
in
more
front
than
of
that.
Paul. But
He needs a lot more than that.
On this day in 1996, one of the best episodes of The Simpsons aired. The one where Skinner purchased the fucking hamburgers to make it look like he was cooking them for Principal Skinner. You ever seen that one? Steamed hams, he called them. Fucking hamburgers. He said, oh, steamed hams. Seymour, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just stretching my leg on the windowsill.
Do you hate John Cena, Anthony? I still don't like him that much.
Why?
His reign of terror was
Well,
awful.
I think there needs to be an asterisk on the Reign of Terror. Who was booking it?
I know that.
It
It's
wasn't
just
Cena's fault,
God,
really.
It was
You know
so
who I hate?
bad.
R-Truth shoving his nose where it don't belong. Get the fuck out of the ring.
The hot tag during the ladder match was
I love
hilarious.
R-Truth. I
He
love
goes for a
R-Truth.
tag in a ladder
Yes,
match. That
yes,
was fucking
in a ladder
hilarious.
match. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
awesome. R-Truth has just been
And then on Monday, Rhea and Priest are holding up their world titles, and the camera pets by, and Truth is standing in the middle of them holding the tag belt. And Priest goes, "We are not doing this again." And Truth goes, "What? I brought the tag titles back to the Judgment Day." Now, I know we're very picky about who we let in, like JD over there, but you got to talk to my friend Miz. He's trying to get Miz in the Judgment Day because Truth still thinks he's in.
Lead left, counting Jimmy Johnson, who got the free pass. Sun drenched.
Yeah, and she wasn't bad either. Green, green.
Think about going with
40 to go.
maybe.
but they gotta add an S to it. It's gotta be, it takes ass.
And we got to see that chicken. And then we got to be placed like on either side of it. So either of us can talk. Just give us something to do.
Free entry if you're running a bikini.
Last time we saw those two, legs started side by side.
So what if I go strutting on it and speed up?
Free entry. Come on, Ross. Ross.
Oh God.
Remember when Ross ramped off of Kyle Busch here?
I love when he did that at the lid course.
Oh, whoa, hang on.
Oh, buddy.
That cost Reddick. Good God, Reddick's losing like 5 spots. Look how everybody fucking fans out like vultures when they see a guy get slow because it's so hard to pass. They'll just go.
Yeah, what'll happen right there in the middle of 1 and 2?
Both of them.
As that corner goes to the exit, it gets really flat on the exit of the corner, and you really can't stop it. Unfortunately for Tyler Reddick, he was the one on the outside of Ross Chastain and really stopped Ross from going up the racetrack. But it didn't work out for Reddick as well.
So Reddick settles in 7. Restarting third. Well, make that 8. There comes Chase Elliott on the bottom. He shouldn't be happy about that. Cost him a lot of spots and really went unused in them.
Yeah, I'd be a little annoyed with Chastain if I was Reddick.
Arm from arm to just hit the
Come by,
pass.
he slowly thought he got it. Caught by Tyler Reddick and got it taken from him. All right,
Chase could have won last week.
how do you rebound in the moment and get back to the task at hand? Well, you have to. You just got to get back to work because you.
Did you watch Martinsville last week with him and Denny?
Marbles on your tires. You're out of
Yeah, I was
the
watching
lost your
Martinsville
momentum.
last
You got to get it settled in as fast as possible, and your spotter helping you do that. Get
But I'm
back
paying attention this week.
The red Hendrick cars look cool.
Yeah, Chase Elliott just trying to stop the momentum of Tyler Reddick, and
See,
once again,
he passed Reddick.
it did
Ha
stop
ha!
the momentum, and he had to jack up, and Chase Elliott went on by.
I got my validation.
Yeah, if I'm Reddick, I'm a little pissed off about this.
Well, did Ross get loose?
Yeah.
Chastain really drove up on his corner.
Jimmy
Slid up the racetrack when he lost his nose, pushed Reddick up. It was
Johnson's running better than Austin Dillon.
Chase
Yeah.
trying to break that momentum.
Put Jimmy Johnson in the 3. Have a 7-time champion back in the 3.
Touched the wall right there. You know, I have a weird theory that Ryan Sieg putting Sam Barrett in the wall done a bounce effect to push him back and boost Sam.
Whoa.
I don't think he's happy.
Man, guys are fucking with Reddick big time.
Yeah, the way that he side drafted down the front straightaway. I don't think Chase did anything wrong, but I don't think
It's an
Tyler
idiot.
appreciated it.
Tyler Reddick's getting used up, beat up, and bullied.
comes Logano for 9th.
Bowman out of the race has better odds than
So many times over the years.
that is just fucking totally ridiculous. Check out
Chastain was
rocket
on his
ship
way to the
coming.
front. He's now challenging Truex
Get him,
for second.
Ross. Get him.
Do it, Doug.
We expected Ross Chastain to run well today. He's done his work on
I
those
just wanna
restarts.
see
About
him
guys
run
being in the booth for Xfinity and running. This has been a great racetrack for him. He was runner up here
I just
last
want
year.
to see Ross run over Truex. That's all. I wanna see.
We don't have to.
Well, then watch Dover highlights from 2022.
Just got so scared he jumped away.
Good pass, Ross.
I think we had Truex got scared for no reason.
About how edgy these cars
Track,
were
but
around
yeah,
this
Ross got
racetrack.
it.
They were able to tighten up that car so it was a little more comfortable for this race.
Want to
They've
see
been
that lead
adjusting
straight?
on it with wedge and air pressure, but right now still a little too tight for his liking, but obviously going in the right direction.
Funny how shakes. Yeah, well, he shakes a lot. He makes himself shake, but he does it. He does it by keeping the gas pedal down and hanging everything out there that he's got on qualifying days. It's only 10 seconds back. Pretty much every lap.
At least he's still running. Last year, half the races he was in, he barely got to run. He'd get taken out.
Is he racing next week?
Nah, the next one he's doing is Dover and Kansas and Charlotte. I think he's just doing fall Kansas, I think. But I know he's racing Dover and Charlotte. Gilliland's going to run out of gas.
Coming into the day is another mile and a half racetrack. What are these Fords going to look like? This is what the Dark Horse was. It was designed to be better. It has not been better so far. These guys have had some time to work on them since the last mile and a half racetrack, and Ryan Blaney's been up there doing pretty good. But now we see McDowell, Gilliland, and Blaney right up there.
Well, when you're off a little bit on speed,
Lead's not
what can
streaming,
you do?
so
Not make mistakes, and that's
Congrats,
exactly
Danny,
what
on
they've done.
another one.
Capitalize on other people's mistakes, got that track position.
Not because at some point somebody's going to say, 2 tires, stay out, no tires, ah, and shake it up. Shit up. Texas is so bad, nobody even wants to watch my stream today. People just expect it to be so bad.
it's one of the few races that I'm like, yeah, I could miss this race and not be mad. So we got it later on and be like, oh, he won the race. Well, damn, I'm gonna watch the highlights real quick. Oh, I missed it.
Well, so far it hasn't been bad. It's been kind of interesting.
No, Larson lost a wheel
Yeah.
that made the race,
Yeah.
and now Denny's gonna win.
Unless there's more cautions.
Meaning the last 5 races have been won by either Denny Hamlin or William Byron.
Well, there could still be more cautions. There could still be more cautions.
Well, I know there's going to be one more, and there it is. Caution's out.
There you go.
Only on a good commercial break.
Every time. Every time.
Now you have to pit, and it's gonna pay off for the 38. Go 38.
One step closer for Lawrence.
Josh Berry again. Oh, that finished it off.
Ricky Stenhouse must have cut a crossing.
And the car is the worst for it.
Is that
We're
the excuse
138
already?
laps into the
Okay, I know we don't like Antonio Brown, but he's hilarious.
I love Antonio Brown.
Some news sources tweeted breaking news. Israeli officials say that 99% of the Iranian drones and missiles have been intercepted. And Antonio Brown put Iran starting QB Kenny Pickett. Okay, AB. Hashtag CTESPN.
Montez perfectly fucked his life up.
See, he put hashtag CTESPN.
gives Bell the.
See where he told the Steelers he'd come play
We
for
still
free.
have Larson now. That puts
Please.
him and the next guy to be
Bring
able
him
to be a
back.
lucky dog and get that lap
Who
back.
gives a fuck?
That's something to keep an eye. He could
Steelers
still
fans.
make his way back into this race. 2 lap down is hard to come by, right? Hard to get back from that. But he's the only one
Now you
after
pit.
Bell that was a lap down.
Well, you saw Chris Gabehart up on top of Denny Hamlin's box, and this is
Yeah, because you can possibly, well, split. Chastain and McDowell stay out.
Chastain stayed out. Jamie.
Few cars pulled out.
Larson gets a lap back.
He should have a lap back, so he should be 1 lap down.
Well, nah, because that's only if all the lead lap cars pit. So Larson's still stuck.
Bell was a lap down, and then after Bell, it's Larson.
Yeah.
Because of the old tires.
And you're going to get another caution in 20 laps when the stage ends. So that's another guaranteed caution. So if we're watching the Kyle Larson comeback odds potentially increase. Gibbs. Gibbs did 2 tires.
We'll sort it all out.
Everybody's doing crazy strategy. Ross Chastain is your leader.
stage wins. Who else stayed out, Dave?
Cendric and somebody. McDowell, Priest, Cendric. Those were three that I saw stay out. I hated working on Sunday, but it's $20 an hour. So
Hard to pass
I
up.
do what I have to do.
My job is closed on Sunday, so I will never have to work a Sunday as long as I work there.
I work 1 week off, 1 week on.
I've been offered Mondays off, so
Oh,
I could have Sundays and Mondays, and I was like, you gotta let me think about that one, dog. That's
the only reason I worked this particular job, we got hired by this guy my dad knows, who's rich, and we got hired like 3 months ago. And it's all right, any day now we're gonna start. And the guy kept putting it off and putting it off and putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And then finally the other day he's like, I'm ready to get some stuff done. Fuck. We jumped over there as soon as we could. So that's why I ended up having to go on a fucking Sunday.
I seen NASCAR Chicago and got excited until I seen the street race.
Hopefully your work schedule will allow you to be here during the street race. That was one of the best races last year for sure.
It was entertaining.
Uh,
Bullshit, but it was entertaining. The whole situation that they were put in. But watching SVG and Justin Haley battle for a win was kind of funny. I am curious to see if Noah Gregson corner tears him up again this year.
Caitlin Vincey can get it.
This whole thing.
Well, I remember going to driver intros and then I get to my car and there's no car. I'm like, where's
Oh yeah, the guy fucking.
that guy's sandbag on the bottom of his flag just completely demolished the left side of my car.
I forgot about that.
Back on my car before the race, so my car was in the garage getting repaired. They actually
Nah.
started the race so that we could fix our car.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Tony Stewart won that race. So it's 2011, I think.
Would have delayed the start
Here, it
of
seems
somebody's
like
car.
before we do the podcast,
I think if that was the fall Texas race in 2011, that's Tony Stewart.
before I remember about all the crazy things that have happened, so we had some issues today in our landings, looks like, but I got my door knocked out that day on the sandbag.
Heavy winds today.
Perfect day for parachuting, said no one ever.
Your heart's still beating when you're done. I'd say that's a great landing.
We've got Brett Beach on the show this
I was on the cruise during that.
Kansas City Chiefs. Texas has been a
I was on the cruise during that too, I'm pretty sure.
few of them, but it was always a place in the Xfinity car and the trucks that we expected to win.
3 Cup wins, 5 Xfinity wins, and a truck win.
Stenhouse.
Chastain, McDowell, Stenhouse, Eric Jones, Kozlowski, Bubba, Harrison Burton, Carson Hocevar. 8 cars stayed out.
Hey,
Spend it on Sunday.
hey,
Said my man,
let's go.
Say hello to Harrison Burton.
Have a
out of the
chance.
trailer, trying to beat up Kyle Busch, and had to go get him out of the hauler afterwards. They took his hard card, so been a neat place.
All right, couple of
Too many
penalties.
boxes on exit.
Equipment interference for Daniel Suarez and Corey LaJoy driving through
Top
too
eight
many
will
boxes
stay.
on exit. So the first 5 drivers have been out there since lap 103, leading by Chastain. The next 3,
Texas is just chaotic enough to not suck.
and Ty Gibbs in ninth on
Because somebody's going to spin out randomly and.
I've been trucking Xfinity.
be aggressive for some of these leaders. Keep an eye on him. Gibbs, a lot of cars in front
Damn,
of him
Ty
stayed out.
Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs all over Harrison Burton.
Harrison Burton and Ty Gibbs there. I can't tell
McDowell, get the lead.
Harrison, but that's Brad Keselowski. He did not go and is still not going, and then check that whole lineup.
Brad Keselowski ain't been going since the start of the year.
The drivers who have not been to pit road since lap 103.
Oh, there he goes.
Take the field.
That was sudden. Dude, that was so fast how that car just snapped.
Be pointed straight in those bumps, especially on
Oh my
Had to
God.
break in his car.
I think he just hit the bumps.
Look at Larson getting every break.
Right down on the door.
Yes.
Chastain races.
All these cautions keeping everybody on the lead lap so Larson can get his back.
It's all those cars that came down pit road.
Good grief. That car, look at the progress bar that shows all the cautions.
Penalty as long as they cautiously
Stay out.
You just keep hitting.
coming down the
He's going to get one lap back, and then there's going to be at least another caution here in the next 20 laps.
This lap is a hard lap to get back. Yes, you are right about
You
that.
get back from 2 laps down, you can make the rest of it up.
I think he was just close to Ross, and then he hit the bumps.
Before I open my mouth, watch.
Look, they're not even touching.
Aggressive goes around.
Damn.
It was definitely in the vicinity of that.
I wanted him to get Denny right there.
Regardless, thing got loose on the outside.
That thing was just like.
Position on him.
Well, we'll get a second angle.
Jimmy and Bill kind of had. McDowell was just whoop, gone.
You see that car start to bounce. It's before the bump.
I think it was wiggling, yeah, as you say.
It's definitely rougher, a little bit rougher.
God, he hit hard. Who's going to be driving the 34 next week, Dylan?
But it's definitely going to be rougher. But you can see Michael McDowell's car start to bounce.
Wasn't
and
he
that
the
really
one that
worked the
ate
back of that
shit
car free.
in qualifying that one time?
Yes.
What track?
Texas.
So that's not his first time doing that.
Yeah.
That looked fucking
There you go.
That was harsh.
So no contact. Meanwhile, Josh Berry has been released from the care center. He brought out the last caution on which Christopher Bell got his lap back. So this time, the first car that is laps down is Kyle Larson, who will get one of his 2 laps back.
Carnage. Well, these guys tell you for your race, Kevin. This place is treacherous. You have to be respectful of it, have to be careful. Grip level is down. Guys are
All this excitement.
getting desperate on these restarts, trying to go for it. Track positions hard to come by.
Winner win by 10
Old
seconds.
tires, new tires, a lot of different scenarios out here.
Well, and to Michael McDowell's wreck right here, it's like what Larry talked about earlier with those bump stops. You
Seeing
run
that
as close as
reminds
possible.
me of when
And when
Joe
you run
was
that second
pushing the
groove down
field.
there,
At Pocono, yeah.
go over those bumps a little bit harder. And when it does,
Yeah. Hook the fucking thing to the fucking truck. Hook the fucking thing to the fucking truck.
Team and NASCAR
God fucking damn it.
they're talking with Michael McDowell. Encourage him to
Oh, Danhausen's got heat with AEW because when they aired the punt footage, he posted a gif of Roddy Piper laughing.
the car has only one tire that looks like it's pointed in the right direction. So
I like the one that Sean Spears posted of the dude with the yoga ball throwing the yoga ball against the wall and it comes back and smacks him in the face. That's what he posted during that. I mean, you got that far from AEW too. It's like, nah, he wanted out too. Trust me, like everybody else does, like Malachi Black does, like Andrade did, like Miro does, like Paige does. That's a thing now. Paige ain't happy that she ain't being used, so she wants out. But they signed all these free agents. Yeah, they want an easy fucking payday. That's why Sasha went there. She said that's exactly why she went. Oh, I'll be back in WWE one day. Oh, Sasha Banks has heat backstage. Well, she's just stating the obvious. You're a fucking B league, but you pay like you're a fucking major. So, yeah, I'll come take your money for 3 or 4 years, and then I'll go back. Finish my career with WWE. They're getting hurt. Oh, AEW is going to sign Seth Rollins, Becky Lynch, and Drew McIntyre. Guarantee you they won't be able to sign either of those 3. If Drew is in an established story, if you think they don't already have some sort of an agreement of like, okay, we just got to work on terms, like Drew's staying, Seth damn sure ain't leaving. Seth is a company man. he defends WWE in 2019.
Yeah, he's defended WWE at times when he should have kept his mouth fucking shut.
Oh yeah, if everybody just trying to tear down what we've built here. What you've built's been shit. Dude, in 2020 I hated Seth Rollins. I was like, your company sucks. Like, I'm sorry. It just does and you know it. You know this shit's awful. It was fucking unwatchable. I will say this, I pointed out the other day, WWE posted every Fiend segment and every Firefly Funhouse. And I said, I did not watch WWE in 2019 or 2020, but everything Bray Wyatt was doing, I watched. I went out of my way to go watch what he was doing, and that was good shit. The only good things in WWE,
Good shit.
the only good things, I still like the puppet. Which one?
Yeah, the Vince puppet, I love.
I like the Abby the Witch puppet saying, for what Randy Orton did to us, he can go fuck himself. And yowie, wowie.
I just love after that Mania, he had a fucking Vince puppet.
Yeah.
A little bit. That's such good shit.
If you don't straighten things up, you're fired. Caden, Kyle Larson's still going to win this race. I'm with you. Oh, there's only two good things: the Fiend and Brock Party. Seth Rollins trying not to lose his shit at Paul Heyman doing the air guitar when Brock Lesnar's dancing in the
That was
ring.
funny as fuck. That was.
Brock Party. Like, it was so stupid to have Brock win the
yeah.
briefcase, but then they did Brock Party.
And that
It's
just
hilarious.
it
Yeah.
was such a great segment.
And the Firefly Funhouse and the Fiend. I watched every Fiend segment, everything Bray was doing.
I did watch the first Firefly Funhouse, but then when I watched the first one, I was like, oh my god, this is amazing.
I've heard some people saying that they want Bo Dallas to come into
He is.
He is.
He is. They're setting that up now, yeah.
Yeah, they're working on it. They're
Yeah.
getting to it, but he's going.
They keep having, like,
Bo Dallas, though.
the screen on SmackDown.
He's gonna win you over.
The screen, they kept flashing stuff on the screen Friday night.
Dylan, you just said fight words. You just said fight words.
They put that in Paul Heyman's Hall of Fame package. And the video package when Heyman went in, they put Paul Heyman going do 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 when Roman and Cena were feuding.
If you don't like it, you can suck my fucking dick.
On SmackDown during a Tiffany Stratton Naomi match, the screen flickered a couple times, and people went back and paused it, and there was a bunny rabbit. And then the next time it said, "You forgot about us," and it flickered off and on. And then during commercials, not even on TV, at the shows, the SmackDown logo started flickering on the screen, and like old timey music started playing, and then it would just cut off,
How do you envision this playing out?
and the show would just go on. So they're, yeah. Eric Rowan's coming back for it. They just re-signed Eric Rowan. You idiot! No.
Yes, he is. But in the Wyatt family stuff, he's interesting.
Yeah, he's good for that.
He gets to be weird.
I just hope they call Bo Dallas something other than Uncle Howdy.
Was not my least favorite race so far this season. Eric Rowan. And today.
It can't be Luke Harper.
Yes, but I think Luke's gone too, right?
Yeah, he died.
Yeah, see, I don't want to talk down on him.
He might have been the best wrestler of the whole group, better than Bray.
He became that after a while.
Yeah.
I didn't like his appearance.
Yeah.
That was the point.
I didn't like
He just stand there and do that all the time. The
He would
fucking
get hit and fall over, and he would just do that. Oh my god! When he came into his own, it was fun.
yeah, Caden. Of course, we noticed during a Tiffany Stratton match. We all notice everything during Tiffany Stratton matches. She got her old music back. Thank God. Whatever that shit was they gave her for a few weeks was terrible.
Didn't even notice she had
Yeah, she got her NXT music back. Yeah. Thank God. Everybody on Twitter said, thank God. Because they gave her some kind of, I don't know. Because that Def Rebel dude remixes all the themes. Like, he did one for Stephanie that she's using now. And they did a Tiffany Stratton, like, rap song or some shit.
She don't need to become
Nah.
a rap song. She's
So they just changed it back to the fucking
Jesus.
Toodles. She's such a fucking bitch, too. I just love that character. Even if she wasn't a good wrestler, I just love the character.
Well, it's a lot different than when it was in NXT. I'll say that.
Yeah. Now she just like douchebag valley girl, preppy girl, picking on people. Yeah.
3 laps.
Well, 15 at the very least. We're going to 15 to go. I know we're going to get one in 15 laps. AJ Styles' new music sucks. You're right about that, Caden. I like Bailey's remix they gave her now.
I need to listen to these.
Yeah.
Because I haven't heard anything about it.
These races all year, but really hectic here at Texas Motor Speedway because it's so easy for the front of the car to take off.
Hey, Eric Jones, the better version of you's in the 20 car.
To anticipate what your car is going to do.
Hey, Jimmy Johnson's not going to finish dead last today.
So easy
No,
to
he's
control
not.
right here.
No.
Oh yeah, I mean it's all aero
Bubba hit the grass.
way in front of a car. So Chastain slid up into red.
That's a Texas phenomenon. Guys will misjudge the apex of the dog leg. Remember the time Junior did it and it ripped his entire fucking front end off. That was the day after WrestleMania 30. The race got ran and put on Monday, and on like lap 8, Junior went to pass somebody. Eric Almirola and his fucking left front hit the grass, and it ripped the goddamn splitter off, and the engine exploded, and he was on fire. And I was like, wow, we touched the grass, and that's the penalty for touching the grass. At least this new car can go through the grass without tearing shit up. Yeah, because that's how it was for years. Oh, Blaney and Gibbs. Yeah. It's just as the cars got lower and lower and lower to the ground, and they put a splitter on them. But now these Cup cars, they're stocky, and the underbodies are completely smooth, so it shouldn't tear anything up. Yeah. Xfinity car will still rip up because it's still got the old 2011 style splitter. Yeah, the Xfinity car can still do some damage in the grass. Charlotte put field turf down to solve that problem. So Charlotte actually has the NFL fake grass on the front stretch. Yeah. Oh, yeah, because the fucking wheel came off and like wedged under the car and just shot that fucker up in the air. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Kyle Larson, at the very least, if he doesn't get the free pass, he's going to stay out and take a wave around. They just mentioned he's going really slow to save his tires. So he can get back in the lead lap. Look at all the cautions we've had. It's crazy. Yeah. Texas needs chaos. You've got chaos today because I can't tell you who's gonna win. Like, the best car has to come back from a lap down now. So Ross, obviously, I'm not surprised he's got the lead he's got, because look at everybody behind him. Jones, Bubba's fast, Keselowski sucks, Stenhouse sucks, Burton sucks, Hocevar's mid. Yeah. Blaney is like the next best car to Ross, and Blaney's 7th. Damn, Chase. The block Chase just put on Denny Hamlin. And look, it cost Denny a spot because Reddick went to Denny's outside and somehow didn't wreck on the bumps.
Look right there. Look at the 11 car as we focus in on the 24 and the 10.
The camera guy's trying to figure it out. All's it takes. Well, now I'm liking the position Bubba's going to be in. I think Bubba's got a shot at doing something today. Yeah. They're on a different strategy than they should be. The best strategy is the one that Blaney, Briscoe, Gibbs, and Reddick are on right now. And some guys further back behind them.
As a driver, this is a really frustrating racetrack because of all the things.
No kidding, huh? Harvick would know.
It's just it's uncomfortable to drive from the time you drive in the tunnel to the time you drive out. It's a tough place to get your car right and feel comfortable driving it. Well, now you're
Especially if you're trying to make passes. If you get spread out and you're riding around, it's fine. As soon as you have to go to the outside of somebody, look out. Especially in turn 4 today, it seems. They're telling Stenhouse to be careful about the bumps. I guarantee he's like the next guy to wreck on them.
talked about them all day. We talked about it before the race. We've talked about it when guys are wrecking, and now they continue to talk about it on the radio. It is
One of these guys, maybe.
your car and be able to make time. But you know,
He passed Reddick back. Now he's wrestling with Hover Car. Oh, here's what happened with this mess. Oh, 4 wide.
run by Chase Elliott to get under.
Yeah, but Denny thought he had the same run.
I was going to say, what huge run were you talking about? Elliott had a huge run on Gibbs. Hamlin had a huge run on Elliott. Yeah. That about got big.
And it all funnels down to a really strange entry into turn 1 here.
Did you hear my rant on my stream about how Fox is actively hurting my enjoyment, and I don't watch trucks at all anymore because I can't even like sit through their fucking broadcast.
Great job trying to hang on to a top 5 spot here.
These are huge stage points for Eric Jones, Brad Keselowski.
Well, it wasn't long ago, Clint. Brad Keselowski was the last car in the lead, and talking about not wanting to be three wide racing for last. And now here he is.
Don't matter. Larson's going to be sticking it up. Oh, Bubba might make a mistake.
Most likely going to store some.
Maybe.
3 laps to go in the stage.
Bubba got top 5 in both stages last week and a top 5 finish. If he gets points today and another good race, he'll be in good shape.
You get the free pass, you still have to start at the rear of the field. So in my mind, I'm trying to figure out why is he taking it conservative? Because it's not like he can stay out and start at the front. Because he's not running more than about 60% throttle anywhere around this track.
Well, they know there's just going to be more cautions. I figure that's their logic. They just know there's going to be more cautions.
They're on their 7th set right now, so I think they're just trying to preserve this set of tires.
I think you're right, Larry. I think they know
I think they're doing the right thing.
this set of tires, so he's doing all he can do to take care of those because he's only got 2 sets left.
And any cars that he passes right now will all be erased. At the
And they had 9 sets, and he's only got 2 to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, why is taking those kind of trouble?
Why look for trouble?
That's right.
It can find you here.
Bubba is there. Where's the view? Fucking
We don't need to see it.
Last lap of the stage. 5th place, Briscoe Keselowski. 10th is Elliott.
Hey, Chastain won. Bubba got close, but we never saw it. Thank you, Fox. The stage results today will make no sense based on the end of the race.
Texas Motor Speedway.
Yeah. The stages, well, you'll look at the stages and go, what the hell happened? Dude tries a weird exercise and finds out. Yeah, let's not get that creative in the gym.
That looked like he snapped something. Wait, I'm going to try that.
This is your reminder that Austin Dillon is actually in this race. Somebody just posted that. Not that you'd notice.
I haven't even seen the 3 car all day. Wasn't his last win Texas?
Daytona was the year after, 2 years after that. Yeah.
Outside of the 600 that he should have won. Typical Denny Hamlin fashion, he sticks his nose where it don't belong. Still gets a win.
I'm either having, so, I said me and Triple H are on the same wavelength. I got your money in the bank options. Dakota Kai, Tiffany Stratton, or Chelsea Green.
What about Liv Morgan?
I think she's going to feud with Rhea for the belt all summer. And she might actually beat her down the line. I think Liv might beat Rhea for the belt at some point. Tiffany Stratton seems like the chick they're going to put it on.
For the money in the bank.
Out of those 3 options, it would have to be Tiffany.
Yeah. Or Dakota, because like you heat up damage control again and give one of them a fucking briefcase. But
It would be Dakota.
Can't wait till Cody Rhodes loses the title.
oh yeah, John Cena said the other day they're doing season 2 of Peacemaker, and then he's coming back full time for another run. He says he wants to do it again one more time. He ain't gonna win the belt. I hope he turns heel at some point. Feuds Cena and Cody would be good.
Cena's going to be the one to take the belt from Logan Paul.
Cena's got that history of the U.S. title. Him and Logan Paul would be a good feud. Even if the match wasn't very good, it'd be a good feud.
The old versus the new.
Cena's last few matches weren't great. I think the one with Theory was good, but he's obviously lost a lot of what he had, and he says he knows he's slowing down.
Match where Mike Tyson knocked the fuck out of Jake Paul.
Whether it's a
No.
stop or a strategy or
They was
whatever
doing
that is,
like a
there's so
practice,
much that
I
goes
guess you
into
could
pit
call it
road,
like a
and I think
spar session.
JD and Regan, they've done a great job on pit road covering these pit crews because they are so.
They was talking about
Bubba stayed out.
because
Really fun covering those pit crews, and they're earning it
Floyd
today
Mayweather was
as
making
Ross Chastain comes in from the lead. And these drivers have everything going on. Loose, tight. They have to choose their battles. And Ross Chastain.
Well, Caden, I can't say the racing today's been good, but the cautions have fallen in such a way. You see LA Knight choke on his gum last week when he was doing a promo?
Yeah, it's funny as shit.
I went, he just choked on his gum.
Yeah, it was like, that's why you don't chew gum while you talk.
That was almost as funny as that time he went, huh? It's still a meme I see on Facebook and Twitter. Huh?
Yeah. 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 What?
Huh?
That one asshole that says what?
Roger.
What the fuck is your problem?
The way The Rock's been playing off the what chants, he changes the whole tempo of his promo to match the what chants.
Because Rock's an old vet. He knows how to do that. I love that Rock is showing all these kids, look, this is how you handle the what chant.
We started laughing when he rock bottom Cena and stood up and started going, get the fuck out of the fucking Rock's fucking ring. He started just saying fuck and they were bleeping it. You could see,
You know how Rock had his belt at WrestleMania and said Mama Rhodes, I think is what it says. The one with the it says Lana Rhodes.
yes.
Jesus. Oh. I like when they ask Cody about Lana.
Cody brought her up one time because they mentioned, like, they were talking about him and his sister. And Cody goes, Lana Rhodes, the porn star?
Cody! How dare you, sir?
Did you hear him quote Brandy on SmackDown?
No.
Everybody remembers when Brandy and Jade Cargill cut those horrible promos on each other. And Cody came out on SmackDown and said, and to quote someone from Detroit, Rock, who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch? Because Brandy walked out and said that shit. Who told you tonight was open mic night, bitch? Brandy got a pop at WrestleMania. I was like, yeah.
Only because she's been gone for forever.
I was hoping Pharaoh would come up on the elevator with him.
Pharaoh's too scared of her.
Poor Pharaoh.
They tried, but he's
The Rock talking shit about Pharaoh was the funniest part of that food. You and your goofy ass dog. You went too far. Oh, he went too far. He said Pharaoh was goofy looking. Oh, CM Punk. And I can't believe they haven't capitalized on this. Cody's bus caught on fire the day before WrestleMania. Yeah, legitimately caught on fire. And he said he had to spend the night with Seth Rollins. Legitimately. Him and Seth had a room together. And CM Punk, the fucking pro that Punk is on commentary at the pre-show, implies, how do we know The Rock didn't have something to do with that? And I'm like, run with it. Punk just gave it to you. So how do we know that The Rock or the Bloodline didn't have something to do with that? Because Punk was like, that doesn't sit right with me. It's like, yes, Punk. Dude's a fucking pro.
This Motor Speedway Sheriff and Dean and Nick Murray up and down day from
I know that context.
This is modern WWE. They run with shit like this.
Because Hunter is smart.
Anytime something happens organically, it's like, ooh, got it.
We got it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
And you know they won't just ignore it. Somebody talked about, they said, man, we're still traumatized from all those years of watching Vince where they just did a bunch of shit that didn't make sense. And when something got through that was subtle and genius, you're like, did that just get through because Vince didn't notice?
That's exactly what happened.
Yeah. But now everything has a fucking meaning. Like you can pick apart WWE now and go, ooh, that means something. It's not just guys trying to sneak their shit in for the sake of sneaking it in and hoping they can pay it off later.
Hunter's going to run with it. It's good.
Triple H said that WrestleMania was planned in October. The only change was when Punk got hurt. Yeah.
Then what driver not named Kyle are you on?
Yeah, Paul. Did you see at the Hall of Fame? The first ever Paul Levesque chant. Because they go, Paul Levesque. And Triple H goes, are you fucking kidding me? And Sami Zayn was laughing. And I saw Sammy lean over to Triple H and go, that is the first time that has ever happened. And Triple H goes, Really? Paul Levesque. Paul Levesque. I still call him Hunter. CM Punk said he's going to call him Hunter for the rest of his life, so I don't get where this Paul shit's coming from. Punk said I came back and everybody's like, Paul told me, and I'm like, wait, which Paul? Heyman? Oh, the other one. Right.
Right. But it's like, who the fuck's trying to pronounce Triple H's actual last name?
Levesque.
Fuck that
Or
shit.
as Flair once said, Levesque when he first met him.
Levis is how I would pronounce it.
Levesque? Because they tried to make him a French guy in WCW.
Because his
Jean
name
Paul
sounds
Levesque.
fucking French.
Jean Paul Levesque. Triple H did a
Not French, but
horrible fake French accent as Jean Paul Levesque. Hilarious. That was Ric
Then he
Flair.
got put in the Blue Bloods with Steven Regal.
They were great together. They just look like dipshits. Yeah. That won't beat Sexton Hardcastle. Edge. That was his WCW name. He came up with it, so. Sexton Hardcastle.
Longtime sponsor of that program and the rest of the
You can tell he was in his 20s when he made it. And you can tell that was in the 90s.
Jericho said growing up he wanted to be Jack Action. That was his name. He was going to be Jack Action.
Well, that's better than Sexton Hardcastle.
Sexton Hardcastle.
I mean, you can work with Jack Action a little.
Best thing I heard from Rusty
What the
this
fuck are
morning
you
was he
gonna do with
lost his
Sexton
voice.
Hardcastle?
No, that's normal.
Okay, this running order's all jacked.
Yeah, this don't make any sense.
It's the Chewbacca defense. It does not make sense.
The fuck is the 71 doing in the 90s?
All right, stage 3. Walk
Stayed out.
So I was watching my videos from the 2019 Coke 600. It was a lot better than this race. I would much rather watch the 2019 600.
Yeah, well, you know what? You're about to watch 3 Wide and like it.
Who's running top 3 right now?
Harrison Burton up there.
Bubba Briscoe and Harrison Burton.
Who's about to battle?
Oh, there's your 3 wide, Anthony.
The battle for the lead.
I told you you're gonna get your 3 Wide and like it.
Harrison Burton just took the lead, y'all. Oh, Bubba, stay off them bumps. Stay off the bumps. Save it, 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 save it. What a save. What a save. What a driver. Briscoe didn't save it.
Who is leading this race?
Hey guys, not
Jeff
Jeff
Burton.
both of your picks.
But how did Bubba save that?
Not a scratch on that 23 car.
Yes, Jeff Burton.
Jeff Burton's leading.
That's a tough one.
Of course, Briscoe didn't save it because he's a fucking hack, but
How did Bubba save that shit?
Just talking about him. You get to
Down.
Still on fucking sideways and everything.
well, here's the thing, though. It's more pit now. They've probably killed them tires during this mess. I started saying, watch the bumps, watch the bumps, watch the bumps, and they started wrecking.
Look at that speed.
drag races on, getting into 3.
Yeah, they knew the 20 cars.
I hope they follow Bubba through this whole corner to watch us save.
Shot up the racetrack.
He got a little bit loose.
Yee!
Got really
The little nudge from
Briscoe
the
just
14
didn't have
second.
anywhere
Yeah.
I think he got lucky because Briscoe tapped his front end and turned.
Yeah, yeah, it helped him straighten back out.
There. He got the lucky dog. He'll now start where he's running.
Where's Reddick comes out of this in second? Yeah.
Exactly. He said, saw that thing twig, tries to chase it up the racetrack, ran out of real estate. Rest is history.
This could be entertaining if we get cautions every 5
I
laps.
told you you'd get your 3 Wide and like it.
I'm just talking about who's the lead.
Well,
There is nobody in this world that is a Harrison Burton fan except me today. And
Exactly.
I walked in the room ready to support the 21.
Exactly.
He was running 30th, and I
That
was
was nuts.
But that's why you're getting your 3 Wide and liking it because Harrison Burton was in it and he benefited from it.
You know who's benefiting most from this? Larson gonna eat
Yes.
2 spots, 2
Yes.
spots, 2 spots, 2
Yes.
spots.
He's back.
Next thing you know,
on
you're
the
gonna look
right.
up, Larson's gonna be in like 12th, and you're gonna be like, oh, yeah.
No, I'm waiting for it, but it's like, isn't he on the lead
What
lap
lap
now?
are we on? 174. He lost his wheel on 117 and went 2 laps down, and 57 laps later, he's on the lead lap
Mm-hmm. Yep.
in perfect condition.
It's awesome. It's fucking hilarious. The only downside to it is that he only has 2 sets of tires left somehow.
Oh my god. Colleague tweeted
tweeted the 16 boxes between the guy with the yacht buns and the Prosper, Texas dude. It's a meme sandwich. RFK tweeted, unsure how AJ is going to be able to drive around Brad's buns to enter his pit stop. And then colleague tweeted this. Ty Dillon trying to navigate to his spot. Brad's buns.
This guy on Twitter, it's disgusting to see all these anti-AEW podcasts and content creators on YouTube. Here's the thing. Nobody'd be anti-AEW if AEW didn't, I don't know, suck.
And do it all to themselves.
I'm sorry. Who bashed WWE more than me when they were bad? You can't name a person that bashed them more than me. Yeah. They made a career off of being anti-WWE.
Not Kenny Omega, but it was Cody in the Bucks.
Yeah. I'll give Cody a break. He had more than enough reason. I like the being the elite where he's in the bed and he's possessed by a demon and they rip his shirt open and there's a WWE logo on his fucking stomach and Cody wakes up and goes, like Stardust. Oh my god, he's possessed. That was funny.
I just loved when he smashed the throne.
Who was it that he hugged on being the elite? He hugs him and he whispers, I hope you fucking die. I hope you fucking die.
Good on you, Harrison.
His dad, Jeff,
Don't hype him up like y'all like him.
career cup
There's
winner.
only one real
Here
fan
in
of the 21 car right now.
I believe I was in
And
Victory
they just want to
Lane
hype him up
that
because
day.
he's up front.
Big day. You always love a first-time winner.
For the record, we're not anti-AEW. They just suck now.
Anti-Tony Khan.
Yes, I'm anti-Tony Khan.
Which sucks.
And anti-Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Race,
Petulant fucking. Remember that graphic in Harper Boss's dipshit cokehead son? That's literally Tony Khan. Oh boy, we got Kim Burton cam. We're throwing it back to 2006.
Damn, I don't know if I can do all that.
Hey, we got a valid reason to show the Kim Burton cam today. This fucker's leading.
From 1997.
With 90 to go. Come on, Burton.
Can we show the highlights of when Jeff Burton won here in '97?
Roush and Exxon car that day.
A lot of fun over the years being teammates with Jeff Burton. Both
That's a
Kevin and
wasted
Robert.
nut in that 21 car. You better do something.
yes, we did. Jeff does so much for our sport.
I've said many times, Harrison Burton and Jeb Burton. You can tell which father they have based on their names. Because, of course, Jeb is Ward's kid and Harrison is Jeff's. You wouldn't even have to know. You'd be able to guess. So, gee, I wonder which one of the Burtons named their kid Jeb.
The racetrack, it's back. We have it.
All up in the damn way. I miss a good Ward Burton interview.
Burton and Reddick, Hamlin and Elton Smith and Gibbs for the restart.
Look at that speed.
Denny Hamlin go in.
No time.
They can't beat that 21 car.
He's the Ryan Sieg of the day. Reddick or Hamlin's in the best position to win now. Burton blocking.
Zane Smith up there.
I'm going to make you run up in the bumps. You want to pass me.
Gunning for fourth.
Ooh, Reddick's going right up there. Oh. What a block by Zane. Jesus Christ.
Caught him almost faster than he anticipated. It's almost like Zane Smith had to check up a little bit. He's trying to crossover, and it happened before he was ready for it.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Clint. I like what I see out of Chase Elliott today. I love the aggression. We've seen tight side drafting. We've seen pushing, shoving. I want to see an aggressive Chase Elliott like we've seen today. And I think it's paying off for
But you didn't like aggressive Chase Elliott at Bristol a couple years ago. They just cut away from fucking Burton about wrecking. Burton almost wrecked.
Oh, I thought Reddick died.
Hell, they both almost wrecked.
Against Burton.
Good time to cut away from the lead.
He was looking for that crossover, much like you saw now to the outside. Can he make it stick? Stay in
They
there.
got loose.
Eee.
Got loose.
Well, my pre-race prediction finally looks somewhat accurate.
Tyler Reddick leading laps. We thought his car was one of the best cars in practice. Qualified well. Hasn't flexed his muscle up in the front much.
Way up the racetrack
Oh.
to the wall. I think it's Nemechek.
Nemechek again.
We don't know.
It is.
Hell, they change paint schemes every week.
continues.
Ah,
Oh, Joey.
Run
That was a
over
little
by
dirty.
Kyle Larson.
Well, he didn't. He's in the middle of the street.
Dirtily collapsed
Didn't
me.
stay
I guess
up.
it's
oh, wreck, Blaney, hard in the wall, harder than it looks. Just look at the damage.
That's a. Yeah, I mean, it's just as we run this race, we talked about it earlier.
Did Ross have something to do with it? They were near each other, I feel like.
Push it a little bit more. It's just so easy to get yourself in trouble running up the racetrack. If you get out of the groove just a little bit, the car will step around on you. You try to get a little bit more, it steps out.
He may have got some help. You see that back here, the back of your screen.
Priest.
I think that was Priest right on his back bumper. I don't know if he did a late block or whatever, but I think he got some help.
I don't know because
Blaney was 15th at the time.
51-13.
Damage to the rear and right rear corner.
Well, I'm sure if he got some help, we're going to hear about it on the radio.
That's a good point. If you go back,
I assumed it was Ross.
he came in to
Nope.
it was definitely very close.
Well, either way, his car's tore up, and he's not a player anymore. And man, the attrition rate keeps
Don't
going
hate
up.
the player, hate the game.
It's so hard to tell right there. Yeah, we see Ryan Priest kind of work up the racetrack right there. It's hard to tell what happened on the entry to the corner, so
Yeah, it could have been a late block or something.
yeah, you just never know.
So we'll go to break, working the 10th caution flag of the day, and Tyler Reddick leading in Texas.
Well, yeehaw.
Ass. Can't see me.
Santa needs to shave and just go bald, don't you think?
Yes.
That big fucking bald spot on the back of his head.
He needs to.
Why do you hate Cena, Anthony?
Because in the worst periods of WWE, he was at the tippy top. It was just awful. It was terrible.
So you must not like Roman Reigns too, right?
I like Roman, but it's like when he was being forced down everybody's throats, that was awful too. But
And you must
I've
not
always
like
been a Roman
Gunther
Reigns fan.
or Logan Paul, all these guys that are just going to hold the belts forever
I
and get
can't.
shoved down our throats week in, week out, week
Well,
in, week out.
Gunther lost the Intercontinental title.
Yeah, after having
So-
it forever.
Yes. Logan Paul still has his belt. He should be losing that soon.
Probably not.
I hope so, but I don't know to who. If he does at all, I don't know to who. But I don't care much for Logan Paul, and I don't care much for Gunther.
Anybody that holds the title more than 2 weeks, I dislike. It's too long.
He grew up in 1999, right? Where the belts changed every week. Russo style, bro. God, you know the biggest indictment on AEW? I told Cameron this. I said, you know how I know showing that CM Punk footage was a bad idea? Before they did it, Vince Russo said he wouldn't have even done it. I was like, that's a pretty big stamp of like, yeah.
Yeah, you should.
If it's something he wouldn't do, don't
you
do it.
shouldn't do it.
Now, another thing is, if it's something he would do, don't do it. But even if even he's the voice of reason going, nah, bro, we shouldn't do this. It's like,
You know what
don't do it.
WWE's missing? Who's that guy that used to come out and like somebody be running their mouth in the ring about wanting a match, and he'd be like, "All right, you're gonna get your
Teddy
match
Long.
with the Undertaker
Teddy
in
Long.
Hell in a Cell." Okay,
Teddy Long.
That's
And
what
just
they're
for
missing.
that, you're going one-on-one with
but
the
the
Undertaker.
Undertaker.
Oh, I love Teddy Long. Oh,
That's
he's
what
so
WWE's missing.
He was so
I love the era of neutral authority figures, don't you? Because like Pierce and Aldis is doing a great fucking job of just being like,
I like all this. It's just. I mean,
because
they're
the
not-
fucking evil authority figure has just been fucking beat to death.
It's just got to be the right person being the evil authority figure.
John Laurinaitis was like the straw that broke the camel's back of what this dude is a
He-
vacuum of charisma.
He was terrible, but he was also funny because he was easy to meme.
Yeah, he was so bad. That's why they put Mike Adamle in a prominent position. This guy's fucking the shits. It'll be hilarious. So they made him a general manager at one point.
He was worse though.
Yeah.
Jeff Harvey.
Jamaican me crazy. And then when Punk saw Kofi when he came back a few months ago, he goes, Jamaican me crazy. Kofi goes, I don't do that anymore. I don't do that anymore. And then remember Punk's on commentary 10 years ago, somebody's Jamaican you crazy, huh, Michael Cole? And then Michael Cole says something. No, Josh Matthews makes fun of Mike Adamle. Punk goes, Mike Adamle can run a triathlon. What the hell can you do? Punk as a heel defended Mike Adamle. Whoa, Martin.
Yeah, and a lot of confidence in your car. I mean, it's so easy to step out of the groove right there, but obviously he's been up there.
Zane Smith, baby. Uh-oh, more guys are getting high.
Pushing his teammate Elliott around them, and then that was another one. Zane Smith on the bottom trying to go 50 seconds.
Not going to work. Where did this good run for Zane Smith come from?
Hendrick is returning.
Chase Elliott
I
has
can
been
now return
aggressive.
to the race.
Larson's 20th.
He's coming.
He was 26, so I mean, hell,
Coming.
just running out of laps.
See Brad Keselowski's shootout right there to go past Christopher Bell. Christopher Bell still on the lead lap, running 20th. No fender. He's got no fender on the right front. This is definitely going to be a battle of attrition because I don't think we've seen our last caution, Clay.
I guarantee it.
Months ago, Ross Chastain was leading. There he is back trying to scramble back into the top 15.
He's making up some ground with good aggressive moves on the restarts.
Stenhouse on the bumps.
Not enough room for Ross to shoot the gap right there. Gonna
Oh, boy.
have to block the momentum of Austin Cindric on the top.
Do these guys not realize there's 80 laps to go?
Well, it's just so hard to pass in certain situations. Once the cars
Now I know this race is fucked. Noah's in the top 10.
it is easy.
Fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth have never won a cup race.
The restarts are the time that you have to make hay, and you got to be willing to. The guy who's willing to take the most chances.
Take that top four out. We get a battle between Smith, Gibbs, Braxton, and Barton for a minute. That'd be
They
like
have too many men over the wall working on the car under the damaged vehicle policy on the clock. So he is back in the pits for a 2-lap penalty.
Jamaican me crazy. Oh, good God.
Finds in trouble back
Larson lost like 5 spots again for some reason.
Well, that's what we talked
He's getting passed by Jimmy Johnson.
about. How much of that diffuse?
Jimmy Johnson's trying to pass him.
I wonder if it's because he needs to pit and change his
But how
tires.
much is it trimmed out? The car was in the lead. They were on the pole for the
Sorry, my leaderboard scrolled down without me realizing.
back here in traffic. Whole different ball game in dirty air. Looking at Larson.
You're dirty air.
Johnson.
I'm Dirty Dan.
Remember the last two caution periods.
Pinhead Larry.
Larson did not stop.
Larry McRose. Let's cut to the booth and Pinhead Larry. Larry? Call him Pinhead Larry.
Larson, he just came across the radio, said it is absolutely plowing tight. Doesn't know why, but it's
Oh, Jimmy Johnson just doored Kyle Larson.
you gotta realize that's your old 48.
Slack contact.
Is the 5 deal 48?
Yep.
Because
Because Hendrick has changed numbers around. Yeah. Oh, my God.
They're banging on each other, go down the back straightaway, not happy with one another.
But Jimmy drives Toyota now.
Where'd this come from? Where'd this Jimmy Johnson, Kyle Larson beef come from? I'm just glad Jimmy's been able to run this whole race so far.
Jealous because Larson's getting in the
Chase Briscoe goes by.
Jimmy Johnson, we're showing Kyle Larson's picture. Oh my God, a long green flag run. It's been like 5 laps or something.
Those older tires telling the tale. Back there at ninth spot against Chris Buescher.
He's 21.
He's the one Texas native in this league.
Tires matter for him.
Ah, okay, got it.
Tyler Reddick out in front of Denny Hamlin by 1 second. Chase Elliott third, William Byron fourth, and Jamie, how about Zane Smith in fifth?
Yeah, how about this run for them running fifth?
And then Saints press on the wall. Right when they start talking about him. That'd be funny.
I think NASCAR should look at this and be like, well, if Chase wins, at least the fan favorite will say Texas.
Uh-oh, we're starting to get strung out here.
Talk about how it is.
Well, there was lots of wrecks and chase one, so what do you want? Starting to get spread out a bit. Goodness gracious. Justin Haley, Bubba, Kyle Busch, Kyle Larson. Way to go, RCR. You've turned Kyle Busch into just another guy. He is not just another guy. And Reddick's passing Blaney for the lead. I'm just kidding.
Another lap down from Tyler Reddick. Here's his radio about the crash.
41 that back. He just.
happened, and he said, you heard Fito say he wrecked us.
71 to go in Texas. Tyler
Everybody's
Reddick
perfect in
and
space, guys.
Yep.
continue box side by side.
Oh, now they'll go side by side. Cut the commercial and there's a lead change and a wreck, but now, oh, they're spread out. All right, we'll show you what's going on. Oh, Fox. Head for the mountains of Bush. It's about as good as I can whistle.
I can't whistle at all.
I can't whistle for shit.
I wish I could, so I can do the Yondu stuff. But I
I want to do the Negan thing from The Walking Dead.
I just want to be able to do the Yondu stuff.
I've been rewatching Walking Dead, and I made it to the season 7 premiere where Glenn dies, and Abraham. And I just love that Negan goes from killing Glenn to becoming the hero of the show. It's crazy. Hey, I see why Negan killed Glenn. He didn't know who these fucking people were. They were just the assholes that killed his people. So, of course, he killed one of them. Or two of them. That's the point they get to later on. It's like, dude, Negan, from his perspective, is the good guy. Like, he's the Rick of his people. And all he knows is Rick and these fuckers came in and killed his people. So, of course, he killed Glenn and Abraham. Fuck y'all. You're lucky he only killed 2 of you. Because Negan says later on, I should have just killed all of you. It would have saved me the fucking trouble. But he didn't want to do that because he's a good guy. He didn't kill Rick because he said he didn't want to have Rick die in front of Carl. He thought it'd be fucked up to kill a kid's father in front of him. So from his perspective, he's the good guy. Harrison Burton, you can make it from here. We're to the point where you can make it, but pitting under green's risky today with all these cautions. You get stuck a lap down, so I don't know if you want to pit early. I think you want to run this out. I know they're spread out, but if anybody gets to racing and hit those bumps the wrong way. So today there's more risk than usual with short pitting.
You saw pitting from 10th place on a completely different strategy than the rest of the drivers in the top 10.
Larson's bouncing back. It's just too late. Cindric just hit the wall going into turn 1, and they didn't even mention it.
Stenhouse pitted some 38 laps later. Stenhouse and Gregson, 8th and 9th there. But Tyler Reddick leading Denny Hamlin now by 3 full seconds.
Some guys are going to have no choice but to pit way earlier than everybody else because everybody's on such different deals. But if I could run long, I'd run as long as I could. Worked out for Chase in stage 1. Might work out again.
Still 32 cars on the lead lap. Burton now 1 lap down after the stop. And Blaney, after the crash, long pit stop and penalty. Now 8 laps down.
Just go to the garage, man. If I'm 8 laps down with a fucked car, I'm like, can we just go? Can we leave?
Go to like fucking Hooters and give me some pizza.
Uh, We go to Pinhead Larry.
And everyone, like you mentioned, Stenhouse and those others that pitted 168, I think they split this stage in half, which is going to have them coming somewhere around lap 220. Strategies all over the place, though.
It's all about when the caution falls. If there's even a caution.
Kind of back there battling. We thought he was.
You'd think there would be.
Then all of a sudden now he's making up spots back up to 19 spot.
Well, I think they finally stretched out, right? It is mired back in that traffic, and then
Reddick's gone.
we got some space in between these cars. He could go again. I'm wondering if that car was maybe trimmed out a little bit more. Obviously, he sat on the pole. We made note of that in qualifying, how much faster it was down the straightaway.
Austin Cindric pits.
Onto pit road.
Well, the other thing that we haven't talked about here lately is Tyler Reddick has.
Reddick's going to give the race away by running the bumps for no reason and wrecking. That'd be a Reddick thing to do, wouldn't it?
Once he got the clean air and was able to get his car to the front of the pack, he is.
Yeah, he's. If I was by myself, I'm sticking to the very bottom. I don't care if it's slower or not. But look how Reddick's running.
Of Denny Hamlin, so he is definitely flying up the racetrack. And
Yeah.
Running in the middle like that.
It's fast, but it's risky.
Got his range.
So
It don't matter.
Yeah.
out there, but loses a lap. What happens when your car snaps sideways because you keep braking?
You see Truex's car bobble there when he hit it?
Yeah, Reddick's totally gonna get this fucking race away doing that shit.
He's good at giving races away.
Well, he's probably gonna do it today.
Third place is 10.
So far, not the leaders. Chris Buescher is in.
I like how the tickers just
For what looks like.
Yeah, Mike, you pit here. You're good to go the rest of the way. This will get you to the end of the field.
That's what I'm For Chastain back up into the top 10 with that pass of Eric Jones.
Can I ask a favor before you leave? Can I get a ride to Bojangles after the race?
well, we've seen
Okay.
these two going at it. Several laps. Ty Gibbs in sixth. Martin Truex feels like I know he's got a little bit faster. He's been
Huh?
Yeah.
bumper of Ty Gibbs pretty hard. You see him up the racetrack. That's where I like
Yes!
on those hatch marks. They seem to get
I like that occasionally Danielson will do the yes chant. He's not supposed to, but he'll still do it.
very technical racetrack.
I love the genesis of the yes chant. He said he was just watching like UFC and some guy just kept saying yes, yes, yes to hype himself up, and Brian Danielson was like, "That's so fucking annoying. I'm gonna do that." He said he just thought it was like this
so
fucking
fucking annoying.
obnoxious guy just going yes, 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 and he took it.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah, he's like, "I'm gonna do that
And then
because it's
all
funny."
Because he got fucking jumped down 2 seconds at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Set up position and been able to maintain that position. So good job by that 47 group today to put Ricky in position to have a chance to run up front.
Race leader Tyler Reddick about to get into a bit of traffic here.
It's only got a 5 second.
I like the fact that he can do this. He's up in that second groove. Everybody else that he's catching for the most part. I feel like that Reddick could probably run the bottom, but it seems like when this
Byron is pitting.
we see William
Red Byron.
I just like calling him
I'm gonna start calling him Bill Byron the older he
Bullet
gets.
Bill Byron.
Bullet Bill Byron in the pits.
Pretty happy with this race car today. Just a little bit tight right
Bill Byron.
Good enough last hole when they
Slow stop, but they waited for fuel.
to make it to the end. Almost stalled it right there.
Oh, oh, almost stalled it there. Oh,
Byron is out as Chase Elliott is. Henrik teammate comes to pit road. Bullet is out as Rodrigo's already.
Chase Elliott continuing to have a very good day. Latest update from the driver has been the car is good. It's secure. He likes what it's been doing, and it's been the case for most of the day so far.
So Chase won't go a lap down. Caution. Caution.
Gregson
Caution.
also getting 4 tires in.
somebody else here is gonna run as long as they can.
Dylan and Denny Hamlin. Stops. Regan.
Tyler Reddick was struggling with the tire this morning. And all those cautions said the car was
That's what
continuing
makes
to just act weird for him. But
a
once he
shooting
was able to
race
get up front,
awesome.
no
The last 5 laps are epic.
You're right. It's just God.
So this car does something good
The
for
level
every
of
single
chaos.
run here. They made a slight adjustment, air pressure from Denny Hamlin.
Slow stop for Reddick. That 5 second lead's going to be cut down a bit if he doesn't lose it entirely.
Well, he's giving the race away in a way that we didn't predict, but he's still giving it away.
Reddick had a 6-second lead at the start of this pit stop cycle.
It's
Martin
fucked.
Truex is in.
Well, that is gone.
Yep. Stenhouse comes in with Truex. Jimmy
Great
Johnson
job,
as well.
Reddick. Great fucking job, dude. Awesome.
Well, we see it week after week, Mike. We've seen just pit road with mistakes. The pit stops are so short now, you have to be on edge of making a mistake. Week after week, we've seen lug nuts get run, we've seen guns get jammed. There's just so many things that can go wrong in such a short amount of time on pit road. Tyler Reddick got bit that time.
Joey Logano is going to run really long, I think.
They threw that chance away.
I'd say all these guys out front now are, and John Hunter especially. He pitted at lap 181, so John Hunter can go a long way. Catch that caution
He's going to be in the way trying to get in everybody's way.
with all that damage he's got. It's crazy that he's going
That's
to.
what he's going to do. He's going to try and get in everybody's way until he's finally forced into the...
Oh, he pitted this time. I thought he would run long.
Yeah, he needs to stay out there. Stop it.
Just stop. Get help. That Michael Jordan thing. Stop.
That's what John
Get
Hunter
help.
needs to do. Stop it.
Between
Get
Reddick
help. Get out of here.
and Hamlin. 7 seconds difference on the stop.
Whew. Yeah, Hamlin's going to win it.
So Hamlin
Right now, Ross Chastain is Byers lost
Hamlin,
1 second, almost 1 second. He lost 9/10 of a second that lap to Tyler Reddick. So
Is this the big two?
I'd give anything. If Hamlin wins, I'd give it.
Just keep it going.
penalty from a time standpoint.
Me and you are going to fight nails down
Larson in.
I'll mark it.
Here comes Chastain.
Chastain's pitting.
They had to pit. I mean, it was just too much.
Two tires.
Jamie.
Two tires.
Now with 50 laps to go,
Yeah,
they
do
said we're going
something
down.
to
We're
break
going to take
up.
right sides
Two
only.
tires.
Wait on us.
Right sides only. Come on, Ross. Right sides only.
Joey Logano becomes the race leader from Keselowski.
Yes. New leader. One.
It ain't going to work out that way. Nah.
Still 15 cars.
But at least he's still
in
in
this green flag
Yeah.
in position.
It'll be a gain for him.
Well, you see Joey staying out on the racetrack. Here comes Truex on the pit road.
Figaro. He must have.
Joey Logano staying out. We saw this work out for Chase Elliott earlier.
You called it 100 lap green flag run after all them cautions. It's going to go green all the way. Not quite 100 laps, but close. Yeah, they had to pit again, Truex.
Left rear, the gun is spinning. But apparently the wheel not locking.
Like the threads were galled up or something. You can see the gun was having trouble getting it to tighten.
Man,
Here's the 19's radio.
No.
What should I do? You're driving.
yeah, and that's what I was talking
You
about
tell me.
with Kyle Larson's wheel. It had to feel weird like that on the straightaway, and Martin Truex recognized that and was able to bring his car to pit road before the wheel actually damaged itself, and they were able to tighten that
Yeah,
wheel
that's
back up.
great.
But that's what it feels like when that wheel comes loose. The back
I
of
don't
the
give a shit what you're saying, Harvey.
So Reddick's the leader, and
Cost Truex 2 laps. Making the extra stop.
he was 2 seconds behind. Then he passed it and went away by a
It
second.
was actually a second.
16 seconds.
It
Keselowski,
was 22 to 24.
then Freeze. Everybody back to Cavs.
When they came out, yeah, but it became a second.
Has not made a stop. Here comes Bubba Wallace. He was one of those.
It wasn't initially 2 seconds. Yes, it was.
But even gaining anything and passing, and then pulling away.
He's only like barely.
This Twitter account is called Main Event in Any Arena, and they just post pictures of random shit matches.
hoping that the caution will come out.
Why would you involve Brian Kendrick and Super Crazy in that bullshit?
I'm Robbie.
All
right, fine, you won the vote.
Dude, we were just kids. We talk about how bad WWE was from like 2017 till Triple H took over. It was bad in 2006, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Raw was.
We just didn't know.
SmackDown was interesting at least, but Raw was awful.
'09 was the first year I got wise to where I was like, this sucks. And I don't
09
like
was
it.
Like, wait, SmackDown sucks now? What the fuck am I supposed to watch now? That's when it just fucking knows.
The last time I had hope was 2016. 2016 SmackDown. AJ, Mox, Ziggler. The brand split was actually good and working, and the shows were different enough. SmackDown was fucking killer. And I was like, this is good.
And then Vince just shat all over it again.
Yeah.
Fast lap times. I mean, we were all over it with Reddick the lap times that he was running in the lead. But I thought,
Poor Loki.
very easy.
He'd be fucking a star these days, wouldn't he?
Why would you have a guy named Eli Cottonwood?
What is a mustache? Remember that promo? They made him all cut promos on random subjects, and they made him cut a promo on mustaches. What is a mustache? Husky Harris was like bad enough.
Yeah, all the things was
WrestleMania 11. They're Dirty Dutch. Okay, I admit Zeb Coulter's comeback as a manager was fucking brilliant.
Yes, it was.
It was
awesome.
fucking great.
It was hilarious.
He got Jack Swagger over.
Yes, he did.
It's impossible, right? That music and Zeb Coulter, and then teaming with Cesaro.
It was awesome because he was reforming Cesaro.
Yeah.
That whole shit was hilarious. He was even funny with fucking Del Rio.
We saw this match a week ago.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
We sure did, didn't we?
It's just different now because Walter's way skinnier now.
Can you believe this was a WrestleMania match?
Oh, Rick.
Oh, Rick. Oh, it's John Hunter.
Get out of here. Thanks for the caution.
And
I
Joey,
will say props to Fox. They were watching John Hunter before that.
Joey Logano is your leader.
Brad's fan.
Things are now interesting.
Let's see.
Things are now
The guys who have not pitted: Logano, Keselowski, Priest, Corey LaJoy, Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe, Daniel Suarez, Carson Hocevar, Austin Dillon, Daniel Hemrick, Ty Dillon, Kaz Gralla.
Some of them are going to have to pit though.
Oh, they're all going to have to.
Yeah.
But
17 cars. Well, that sucked for Zane.
the thing is, some guys are going to stay out.
A few of them are going to stay out, but a
Yeah.
lot of them are going to have to pit.
Yeah.
So this is going to
What number is that car?
Duct tape.
That'd be a hell of a duct tape.
That's my favorite number, duct tape. Duct tape? Are you kidding me? Remember that? John Cena beat Batista in the last man standing match because he duct taped Batista's legs to the ropes and he couldn't get up. Duct tape? Are you kidding? Somebody made an edit of the DuckTales theme song, but it's Batista going, duct tape? Ooh! Duct tape? Ooh! You were supposed to be my friend. Batista's so good. But he had so many hilarious memes. You were supposed to be my friend. Or, weapons are not only encouraged, they're allowed. Basketballs don't hold grudges. Duct tape. Ooh, you were supposed to be my friend.
Light on his feet. You can tell it all didn't take much. He barely touched
He
the
was
wheel, and that's
float like a butterfly and sting like when you pee.
Let's see, two other cautions.
Absolutely.
That's what that 42 was doing.
Yes.
Hard shot. Correct. Very similar to that here in Texas in this car. And that's the time that it hit so hard that it hung the top of my foot on the gas pedal and hung it wide open.
Well, Reddick passed Hamlin back. We didn't even notice that during that whole mess.
I did. I just didn't say nothing. Yes, he
I did say something.
I was
Because
surprised.
he passed him and then pulled away like a second and a half. And then Denny got it back down.
Sponsor yesterday's race.
I wanted Cole Custer to win yesterday so they could give some cold custard to Cole Custer, but he didn't win. Yeah, some cold custard for Cole Custer.
Custard at the fucking Andy's Frozen Custard 300 or whatever it was.
Joey
That's
LaGano, Brad Keselowski,
Joey
Ryan
made that
Preece,
joke and it's like,
Corey LaJoy, Kyle Busch, Chase Briscoe, Daniel.
If you already pitted, you're not pitting again.
No, they just got a gift. Christmas is here.
That's what they were hoping for. Sometimes, usually hope is not a good strategy, but today it worked.
It's worked out all day long.
Elliott worked for Joey Logano.
Everybody's been up at the front at some point today, it feels like.
Behind him. They are
Except
the lead
the
lap
7
cars all the way back to the
And the 8. But he's there now.
that just pitted and are still on the lead.
No.
Here they come. Jamie.
Kyle Busch just said on the radio when the caution came out, we might get lucky here. As you see, Brad Keselowski brings it in. Brad optimistic on the radio as well.
Kyle Busch, finally, some good luck.
There for that sixth. Kyle Busch, they debated what should we do, 2 tires versus 4. 2 tires was the call, Regan.
Ryan Preece has been working on the front side of runs all day long, needing the car to take off better. You see 2 tires there, the balance was great this run. He liked where it was at, and the 22 of Joey Logano had some damage to fix the last time. They were able to do that, and the balance was close for
Priest.
Ryan Preece is going to be the first off.
Priest, Bush, Logano, LaJoie, Keselowski, Briscoe, Hosavari, Dillany.
Pick those out for us. Good luck. This has been the craziest, most mixed up race that I have been able to do so far. I was just joking with you there
I
because
know. I told you. We're busy eating ice cream.
yeah, it is so mixed up.
Now there's definitely going to be more cautions because there's only 35 to go. We got strung out for a while. We ain't strung out no more, and there's a lot more on the line, so we could be here a while. This race is officially reaching an episode of Raw.
Drivers did stop prior to the caution flag.
This is
Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Chase Elliott,
Hopefully, through the chaos.
Smith, Gregson, and Gibbs. Those are the lead lap cars that had stopped under green prior to the caution.
Larson's not going to win. I can confidently say that, but
As they come by, to complete lap 232, 35 to go.
might be.
Drivers that got trapped a lap down, unless they get a wave around here, well, a bunch of them will. So let's hold off for that. There will be a bunch of wave arounds for cars that do not pit, but are ahead of the race leader behind the caution.
Kyle Larson's one of them, so he's still on the lead lap.
It's a bunch.
Gregson, Gibbs, Stenhouse.
Reddick is everybody in front of Tyler Reddick's going to get around.
You're running out of time. 35 laps to go. I mean, with cautions or whatever,
It's going to get a whole lot uglier.
running out of opportunities. Yeah, Clint's trying to be the bearer of bad news, but it ain't working. We know that there's going to be a shitload more cautions.
But now you
Yeah.
see the pace car pull over. You see all the wave arounds start to go around. What that means is they're going to be able to pass the pace car and come back
Reddick
to
ain't one
the
of
back
them,
of the field to get their lap back and put them back on the lead lap. And Tyler
There's
Reddick
going to
will
be a
settle
shitload of cautions.
back in
It's gonna
behind
turn
the
this
pace
into
car as the leader of the race.
We mentioned earlier, Chris Buescher is the one driver from Texas in this race. Used to be, of course,
Hamlin and Reddick, Hamlin owns Reddick's car.
he's from Prosper, Texas.
I'm wondering how hard they're going to race each other.
About 500 people.
Denny's probably going to get
Well, Denny's told him, he says, if you come across me on the racetrack, I'm treating you like I don't know you. He told that to Bubba and Reddick. And he said, I want you to do the same to me. Like, I know it's weird because I'm your owner. I want you to do well, but I want to win too. So if we see each other, we're strangers.
Figure skating champion.
It's fair enough.
all right.
Yeah.
Dak Prescott has a 9,000 square foot home on 7 acres. No cowtown anymore.
9,000
Prosper's
square
now an affluent north side suburb of Dallas.
That you just read off of Wikipedia. That's exactly what that was right there. I know your knowledge and your absorption level is way greater than
Clint, once again.
sounded Wikipedia-ish to me.
It is on the Prosper, Texas Wikipedia page. But then we had to research each of those individuals. Well, did they grow
Well, don't use Wikipedia. That's what they always told us in school, right? Well, guess what? We still used it anyway. Because some of us had the ability to spot bullshit information if we saw it.
And Matt Carpenter still
If they're allowed to, why weren't we allowed?
Somebody changed the Wikipedia page for AEW and said owner Phil Brooks. And I was like, yeah.
He has rent-free space in their heads.
Yep. Every damn one of them.
Tony Khan
race weekend with Mike, but I always feel like I'm pretty.
Like what Punk said, there's a lot of people there that are still his friends. So like, it's not as bad as people were saying.
Thanks for all the
He's got mad at Tony in the
appreciate
box.
that.
Yeah.
Let's figure out what's going to
And Hangman Adam Page
Yeah, that
for sticking his fucking nose and shit that ain't his business.
I now cannot stand Hangman Page.
I can't either.
hit under the caution.
And it's a shame because he's fucking
Yeah, he's not a bad wrestler. Hell, Jack Perry's a good wrestler.
Caution is John.
yeah,
Jack Perry's a good wrestler.
I'd say he's probably better as a tag guy.
Yeah.
As a singles tag, not bad.
Yeah.
He's got some energy to him. I like his finisher because it's a submission.
Chase Elliott behind him. You know that
That Kyle Busch gonna get the
Ryan Priest is in the mix.
Ryan Priest is definitely.
Corey LaJoy and Kyle Busch wound up in the top 10. All right, Chase, let's go get one. Let's go get one, Chase.
He's trying.
Let's go get it, Chase.
He's trying.
Oh, my God. Reddick got fucking played like a bitch there. Can you believe that?
What the fuck, Reddick?
Reddick had no chance.
Jesus.
Go get one, Chase.
They destroyed him.
Now, holding off Hamlin's going to be tough because Hamlin's been one of the three best cars today. Reddick, Hamlin, and Larson are the best cars. Oh, to get that lead and be sailing away, but you know there's going to be more cautions.
Chase Winton makes this the best Texas race.
Oh, God.
I was not the last.
He's in the last few weeks, so I'm telling you what, Clint. I mean, the hunger and desire that I have seen out of Chase Elliott today, I love it.
He's racing the man that helped derail his season last year, so we'll see how ugly it gets. Who goes to the bumps first?
Kyle Busch. Yeah, Busch has been.
Three wide. Yeah.
Reese going to thread the needle here.
Oh God, don't. No. Jesus.
Oh.
Hold
Ooh.
on. Hold on.
I thought Joe cut him some slack right there and didn't.
It looked like he was going to.
Yeah, like Harvick said, Joey actually laid off a little bit.
Yes, he did.
Penalty earlier.
Otherwise, Kyle was going to get.
Look at this cluster fuck. Oh my God, Priest. I thought Priest was going to drive through Joey. Or not Priest, Hocevar. Hover car.
Second time we've said his name today.
Opened up the door for an Austin Dillon.
Look at that block from Ty Gibbs back there. Good grief, you're going to get wrecked doing that. It looked like a Roush car, I thought.
Yeah, who's behind Tiger?
I couldn't even see. Might have been. Yeah, it had to be because Brad's up front and pushing. It looked like a Roush car, but Jones has a green car too.
laps to go. Keeping that 11 car behind him. 11 cars make good grip on the long runs, Kevin.
Denny, Larson, and Reddick have been the best cars this whole race. Chase has been all right,
I think Reddick's something now.
maybe. Well, look who he's got to deal with.
Needs to make this pass. Like, if he's
Like Harvick said, you need to get this done.
make it pretty quick, I still believe he has the fastest car, but this is going to be a tough pass for him to make. We talk about it every week. Ross Chastain is a difficult pass.
He's got to get it done. Denny's closed up on Chase. He's got to do it while Denny and Chase get to racing each other for sure. He'd like to be third when that happens. Chase pulled away from Denny off of 4 there. 2 tenths he put on Denny.
Chastain will enter this corner. He'll be looking in the mirror. He thinks Tyler's going to run high this time, so he just stays in the high groove. Tyler wants to be in that groove. That's where his car has been the best all day. But Ross is learning what Tyler, he knows. They're feeding him the information to say, hey, he's been running the top. You need to run here. Put your car in front of him.
And the cavalry's coming. Brad Keselowski just made the pass on Williams.
Keselowski has the freshest tires in the field. I know that don't mean a lot, but in about 20 laps it might. 15 or 20 laps it might really mean something.
Chastain, he knows that Reddick's car is faster in that groove.
Reddick's been getting beat like a drum all day, even though he's got one of the best cars.
He's definitely going to slow those two down.
Because Ross knows where Reddick wants to go.
Yeah.
That's why Reddick ain't going to pass him.
Denny's or Chase's lead's pretty comfortable. I mean, yeah, Denny's close, but he was closer. Here's a good corner for Reddick. I think he'll get it this time. Or not.
Oh, Ross got loose, got it.
Yeah.
Drive it in there. He's going to watch.
He can drive in deeper running the bottom, so. Although he washed up because he drove in deeper. Okay, he's got it.
Look at his mirror. Here comes Kozlowski.
Brad on fresh tires.
Oh, Chastain got tight.
I didn't think tires would make this big of a difference.
Damn.
That's only
Well, Brad is another car that was at the back of the pack.
like he's got
Stage of this race.
18 to 20 lap fresher tires than Denny and Chase.
He's worked on his car all day.
And Reddick. He's got way fresher tires than Reddick. And Brad might win this.
He's coming.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, but if it stays how it is, he might get close enough to try.
Hold it about a second and a half.
And that's a huge turnaround because at the start of the race, he drifted straight to the back. Kozlowski.
This is the lead's going to be close the whole run because I know Denny's better than Chase today.
It's just Chase's and clean.
Yeah, he's got the clean air, and Chase's car is fast enough. Yeah. That's all tire right there because Reddick's been way better than Brad today. Oh, Denny got there. Denny got it. Can he get it done? I wish this was happening when Brad gets by the 45, but
No, Chase is still.
washing up.
Slow each other down.
Chase and Denny side by side.
Brad can
And Brad's going to get Reddick right here, I think.
Reddick's still there. Still there. No, got it.
Chase's car just ain't as good in turns 1 and 2 as Denny's. That's car in the wall. Reddick lost it and hit the wall. Not yet. I told you he'd give it away.
It's not gonna be possible.
We all agreed he'd give it away.
We didn't know how he.
Yeah.
So we knew he did.
Even if he wasn't going to win, he still ruined a good day hitting the wall.
Because of the group he's been
Yeah.
watching.
Well, now I just hope Brad's fast enough to get to Denny with the tire difference.
We need to be stopped.
That was Tyler Reddick's car that I heard lift in my ear. He just got loose.
I saw something down on the side skirt.
Denny's taking off, man. 20 to go. Denny Hamlin's pulling away. Keselowski's a little faster, though, with second back.
Great save for Reddick, who
We'll see what happens.
You see him immediately starting to saw on the wheel, trying to clean those tires.
Plus, I said after Bristol that Denny Hamlin's going to have a 2020 Harvick here and lose the championship.
Keselowski
10 fucking races.
Keselowski's half a second faster. That's a lot. That is more than enough.
That's a lot.
Yeah. Lot. Yeah. You hear they like that? That's a lot. That's a lot.
Well, we're also talking about somebody that won Atlanta. Brad knows how to choke.
Yes,
Yeah.
of everything today.
but he's coming.
He's going to drive his balls off. Gotta go to the outside track.
It's going to be interesting to see if Brad's car will stay that way as we continue with this run. But he's been a couple tenths faster, a tenth and a half faster that
I mean, the short run chase is good.
This is a wreck waiting to happen. Reddick and Briscoe.
Yeah, because Reddick's done cut his cars.
I don't know how Briscoe's car is still in good enough shape to run this well.
Texas,
Briscoe's always
HRA 4Y Nationals from Las Vegas. That coverage here on FS1.
Bounce off the fucking
Follow the
wall and still
companies.
running second.
Good question. Yes, it
And
is.
they really lost my time.
Not really.
18 laps to go in Texas. In case you missed it,
In case you
let's
missed
get you
it,
caught up.
no
It's been an eventful
But
day.
I was looking at the thing. I was like, where the fuck did Kyle Busch go at 13?
Damn.
Check up here, easy right in the middle of the track. Sorry, talk back here. I think I have a flat tire.
Brad stalled out behind Chase the last 2 laps.
Or the whole wheel.
If he can get by Chase fast enough, I wish he could at this point.
11 caution flags total in the 2 stage race.
You're going to need 5 or 6 more cautions to give Larson a chance.
And 5 cars out of the race, not including
Priest wrecked. Remember when I said earlier, do we not have an onboard? They just showed the replay of Priest killing Blaney.
he's now 10 laps down.
Took him that long to find that.
2 Stewart Haas cars in the top 10.
John Hunter Nemechek, Michael McDowell, Josh Berry,
Come on, Brad, we got to go.
Alex Bowman, and the 33.
It's weird. You don't want to be behind a car in the corner, but on the straightaway, hell yeah, you want to be behind them because you just pull up, get a draft on them. In the corners,
Not getting a run yet.
yeah. He,
He's getting runs, and now he's just not
Yeah,
catching anything that he needs.
usually when something's that aggressive, there's probably things that happen
Yeah.
Brad winning really puts
on
him
the
to respect
since
Chase
last
for having
win
the longest
streak.
And it's really not even
since the
that.
last win.
It's not even that bad of a long losing streak.
Yeah.
It's not.
Because he missed a lot of races in between, too.
Got hurt, yeah.
Yeah.
He missed a
Good
lot.
on the tires.
But Brad's is pretty bad.
It's not
Yeah,
as easy to
Brad's
pass
pretty
as it
bad.
was 10 laps.
Right there was a shitty corner for Brad.
You saw it right there.
They didn't use the shit up.
Gas got tight and quick. And
I hate to say
I hate to tell Chase, but you should let him go because you ain't going to catch the 11.
I think he will if Brad makes it clear that he can get.
Oh, there's the caution. We don't need to.
Never mind.
Brad's going to win it.
a couple laps, but not by much.
Maybe I'm going out on a limb here, but
Depends on the restarts.
yeah.
Because Denny can either be really shit or an ass.
Stenhouse good for a fucking. Watch them flag Denny for jumping the restart this time. Be like, hey, we owed you one.
I know Brad is fast, but I think that short run speed Chase.
Suarez has the same tires as Brad too. He's quietly made it up to fifth.
How the fuck did Suarez do that?
Him and Brad are on the same deal, fresher tires by about 20 laps.
I know that, but Suarez was all the way back in Niflheim fucking around.
Next guy behind them with tires that good's Briscoe, Ryan Preece, and Joey Logano.
Suarez was off in Niflheim. Like, what the fuck?
Stenhouse successfully fucked himself.
Yes, he did.
He drove in and tried to hit Ty Gibbs and fucking lost it.
Yeah.
Then he got out of the marbles.
That's exactly what he did. Yeah.
You could see it
I
shooting
wish
out
he'd got
behind the car there.
Larry says those two have
Thanks
been
for the
running each
caution,
other
though.
for the last 5 laps.
Thank you.
Larry Mack just pointed out, he said, we didn't see it, but Stenhouse and Gibbs were racing like dicks with each other for the last few laps. And I think Stenhouse is about to try to finish him off.
He was trying, but
Yeah.
would have been hilarious if he would have.
Stay out.
Faster race car. If this caution benefits anybody, it's certainly Brad on those fresher tires.
Yeah.
No different than the last restart.
But the
You guys
question
know
is,
it's going to be all about this restart.
can
Yeah.
he restart with Denny? Because Brad doesn't have the best history with restarts.
Yeah.
Was it last week that he pit and everybody's like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yes.
He's the only person.
Yeah, because he said he accepted. He said on the podcast, like, we're not beating the Hendrick cars. Might as well do the opposite and hope some dumb shit happens, like 20 overtimes. So, might as well. They weren't going to beat the Hendrick cars.
He's not going.
They're not going to. You're staying out.
Maybe just
If I'm
Hell, they're gonna run around the track. They ain't gonna fucking be
if I'm outside the top 10, I'll pit if I got a set of tires left, because why not? Oh, they're going to show the finish yesterday.
30 lap crossfire. They cheated in Virginia.
Nah.
So I'm like, man, they're too clear of an angle. It's too clear.
Yeah.
An inch or so, Sam Mayer denies
Yeehaw, oil.
his first win in
I think Steve denied himself. If he didn't put him in the wall, I think
I think he should have put him in the wall sooner. He had the angle. When he edged ahead, I was like, take him to the wall. When I saw he had the nose, you take him to the wall and you're just grinding and you're already ahead. Larson and Chase at the All-Star Open that one year. Ricky Craven, Kurt Busch, Darlington. You've seen a million times. Where Craven was like, I'm just ahead. Let me squeeze him in the wall.
I'll take that. You're right, Mike. I like that. I will take that.
Nobody
Same
should
exact
be
thing.
pitting unless you're outside of the
What's that gif of Shannon Sharp going?
Denny Hamlin is your race leader.
Stay out. He's right about that because he's been all the good cars have been fucked by the cautions. He just keeps working his way back to the front.
You realize your stupid ass has to restart, and you're not that great on restarts.
Well, unless he jumps it like he did at
Unless he
Richmond
jumps it, yeah.
by a little bit. Chase does take off pretty good, but we don't know what Brad's got really.
Brad's gonna be stuck behind.
All I know is he was faster than them leading up to this.
they go bullshit around to like 7 to go.
I'd say 8.
So Hamlin's going to
Chase, whoever's Chase is next to, he's going to lean on hard in the corner. He's been doing it all day. They've talked about it over and over. Well, Chase been really aggressive. Oh, yeah. You think he's been aggressive already? He's going to squeeze Denny for all he's got.
Chase goes to the bottom. Denny and Brad goes to the outside.
Well, you got to be careful with that because there's gonna be a clear wall.
They're going to restart with 8 because they just opened pit road. Then they'll have it open for lap cars, and they'll get one to go. Should be 8.
It's gonna be an injury.
I couldn't pick that top. Because hell, I mean, Suarez can do the Cole Custer thing and blow by
They were
everybody.
disappointed when they unloaded yesterday. I know Brad just wasn't
can't say
on
it's
the
not-
get you
they're also
ready now, but you
kind
guys
of
made
iffy on
some
he's got the
good
two
adjustments to this car. Now you're in position. You're on older tires, though. What do you think you have
Or will Chase pick the inside behind Denny and give Brad the front row, and then he's not stuck behind nobody? Chase likes that three wide to the bottom move he did on Reddick. What if he tries to do it again?
I hope he doesn't because he'll be stuck behind Denny.
I think he should take the road. He should take the outside of Denny and squeeze him as hard as he can.
Do not let yourself get stuck behind Denny.
When Bubba passed Larson for the lead late last year at Texas, him and Larson leaned on each other, and Larson was on the inside, so he spun and Bubba kept going.
Just how much bigger swipes that Ross
And
Chastain
you never
takes
want to
than
get
a lot of
stuck
these guys
behind
on their
Denny in a
first
restart.
caution.
Don't do that to yourself. Because there's a good chance that motherfucker ain't going to
I'll take the front row.
absolutely restart with Denny. That's what I'm doing.
Well, it's time to get him warmed up, get him cleaned up. When it gets down there to turn one, all right, tires, that thing's got to go.
Choosing.
Important shoes of the day. Hamlin inside, Elliott outside, and Keselowski second row inside.
But you know Brad Keselowski is going to want to go three wide and put himself in a position to try to force the lead going into turn one. And Denny Hamlin is going to want to block. So this is going to be aggressive. And like you said, Clint, they're going to have their elbows out.
So far this year has belonged to Hendrick Motorsports. William Byron leading the league with 3, and Joe Gibbs Racing.
Chase went outside Denny. Brad's inside. Ross is outside second row.
Kyle Larson, Christopher Bell.
Good by Chase. Good call.
Well, if you're Chase Elliott on the outside,
Squeeze. I'm going to not give you an inch.
Honestly, I'm not even going to be looking for that. I'm going to be looking for Denny to not go.
Yeah. They're going to be watching this restart like hawks. NASCAR.
Will be right there as well. In fourth on the restart.
NASCAR's going to watch this restart like a fucking hawk. You know that, right, after Richmond? Because NASCAR said, okay, we kind of let him get away. It wasn't bad, but he jumped it. We let him get away with it because in the moment we didn't think it was bad.
Now watch, Denny ain't going to go this time.
Last week, almost every restart got reviewed because they were just double checking everything. So
Get set to settle this. They'll have 8 laps to race.
good restart.
Oh, never.
He actually had a good one.
That was normal.
connected pretty good on the outside.
Oh my God, they're fanning out. Chase, get to his door. Chase, don't worry about Ross. You need to run down there where Denny's at. Oh, Chase got the lead. Oh, caution.
Chase is the leader, and Ross is third.
I think Chase is the leader. Depends on the scoring loops.
Who was in the lead? Who was in the lead?
I think it was Chase.
I believe you're right. So scoring on these cautions goes back to the last
Gotta watch that
scoring
one car.
loop
You know he's gonna do some shit up to fucking.
The ball is pushed to the yellow lights.
And it's very close.
Poor Larson.
And we'll wait NASCAR's ruling.
Tough day, tough day.
Elliott's the leader. We're told.
Tough day.
Chase is the leader. So this falls right into his hands. You saw how good Chase was launching there? This falls right into his lap.
Side,
16.
It's just a mess. You can't even blame anybody.
Larson, he was just happened to be the top car.
Yeah.
He did not expect 3 cars to
So this definitely falls right into Chase Elliott's hands.
got a little contact from the car below him.
got 2 laps
up into the 5 to spin him around.
It was one of those so on and so on and so on.
Yeah, and Larson just never could clear the middle of the pack to get himself back in contention.
Chase Elliott, that was a big win for him.
So now what do you do? He just took the lead on the outside.
2022
Do you
is
pick the
better
outside
than
again?
Heck no.
I remember everybody hated that race because the Rex was right rear tire blue, right rear tire blue, right rear tire blue, right rear tire blue all day long. All day long. Alex Bowman got hurt. Cody Ware broke his leg. Harvick got concussed. Yeah, Bowman was out. Harvick raced next week, but he did get concussed, and Cody Ware broke his fucking leg. Great race. Reddick won, so at least I had a good winner. But the whole time, the whole final run was going, we're like, is Reddick's tires going to make it? Because he runs pretty hard. So we were just waiting for Reddick's tires to blow out.
I don't think it. Oh my gosh! Look how close that was.
Wow.
Position according to GPS data at the last scoring loop crossed before the yellow lights came on.
Huge. Huge.
I think it. I think you
The
could-
Rock dressing like Raymond's mom on Everybody Loves Raymond.
Help from behind.
How good you're
You're
pushing.
saying huge like that, maybe thinking Trump.
Huge.
I'm talking about Chase Elliott.
Believe me, the opposite of my penis. Huge.
You saw it with Chastain from the word go. Chastain was pushing on that bumper. They were behind a little bit at first, and he pushed him straight by
I'm a sexual predator, but my bank account is huge.
Why do I want Ross just to fucking send
Chase Elliott's
everybody?
been on these restarts. That's
Uncle Howdy posted a QR code. I have to scan that later and see what it shows. Because before Bray came back, Triple H had a microphone with a QR code, and it led to a website. And it had you remember the Fiend Bray Wyatt used to say, "Let me in." It was a cartoon on loop going, "Let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in, let me in."
Alan Gustafson has gotten his driver Chase Elliott into position. You guys been good all day, good strategy calls, everything working out. Has he got enough? He's going to have conversation. Has he got enough?
Hello.
yeah, I think so. It's super close, so it's going to be touch and go here. Restarts are tough. It's super proud of the team. Yeah, I want to take a second to say condolences to the Labonte family. They've been huge in my career, so
Doesn't move. So I guess this is what he wanted us to see.
We got a great shot.
Coming.
Super proud of the guys. I think Chase is
Interesting.
right out to get it done.
Good luck. Thanks.
Do you remember after the Firefly Funhouse match, John Cena deleted all his pictures off of Instagram and just uploaded nothing but pictures of Bray Wyatt for like 24 hours? How cool is that? That was at the end of the fire. It was like, guys, look at Cena's Instagram.
Loves what he does, and just a great crew chief.
You absolutely don't have to worry about who he's rooting for and who his
Chase inside, Denny outside, Ross outside, Brad inside, same as before.
Chastain picked the top.
Did we choose this time or what?
Went from third to fourth to have the top.
Nah, they're not choosing yet.
That's what.
Never mind, we got cock teased.
Yeah, because I don't think Ross is taking that.
But they were already showing you where they're going to go, probably.
I was so excited.
I know. We'll re-rack this in a. I did it last week. We'll re-rack this in a lap, and we'll get the juice.
Fox really on it today, aren't they?
And Jamie Hackett.
The guy in the Brad shirt's seen some shit.
Texas Motor Speedway, Chase Elliott chooses the inside line. Where do you want to line up?
As leader, I got to take the inside.
I can't imagine Ross
Chastain,
Chastain,
so I would want to get that same position.
Outside
Watching the
second
balance of this car, it looked like he was tight when Denny was able to pass him. We would want to give Denny the outside.
Talk about pushers, talk about aggressive guys. You've got two of the best, as you just heard the guys in the booth say with Keselowski and Chastain. You know those guys want to get to victory lane themselves. Who do you want behind you?
Well, they're all going to be aggressive, right? I mean, it's going to be come down to the finish. Everybody's going to be aggressive at this point in the race. Chase Elliott, though, I think has been the
Yeah.
most aggressive guy in the race. That's what's the position that he is in.
42 race winless streak for Chase Elliott, 106 for Brad Keselowski. Mike, you know those guys are super hungry to get to victory lane.
Oh, absolutely, Shannon. And we have just 5 laps to go. Remember, William Byron led only the last 6 laps here last year after getting the lead on a late restart.
Chase has no top fives at mile and a half in the next year.
Chase Elliott behind Talladega. Fall of 2022. 5 wide behind him.
Blaney's always in the photo finishes at Talladega. Showing Chase's last win. Talladega.
Had a tough 2023. Had to sit out for
Blaney in his 85th Talladega photo finish, finished second.
now. I'm seeing a Chase Elliott today that I haven't
Chase is going to
in all of the latter half of
Chase said,
in the first 8 races of this season.
I like it, Mike. I love how aggressive he has been. We've talked
I
about
don't know why we're running it all the way down to 2 to go. We could have got the one. Nobody's a lap down.
push him three wide on everything that he needs to do to fight every single lap to gain a spot.
Always a total team effort. Good organization. His teammates have been winning races. They've been getting better, bouncing
Double
back from
Dylan,
last
top
year.
15.
All this stuff that happened with Chase Elliott, the injury, all this stuff, right? Finally, all the pieces of the puzzle are coming back to the table, getting them put together correctly.
Well, it beats
I
a
think this has
10-second
been in the
win.
works for a long time, but it's not over. You've got a 53-time race winner on that outside. Don't forget that.
Now, Denny Hamlin's been victory lane 5 times since Chase Elliott last won.
Chastain always super aggressive.
How many races has
Probably
Larson
going to be the
won?
inside of
And
him,
Byron.
giving a push.
Byron's won like
Shove him out.
10 or something.
Byron has 13 wins in the
Zane Smith, Kyle Larson make late pit stops here. All right. Now,
okay, Ross too.
Now he's on the bottom. Chastain's on the bottom.
it was more exciting when you called it the first time.
It was very, very. I was really surprised that he went to the top, but I wouldn't have. Yeah.
It's all good. Believe me, it's all good. A lot of things have happened today. That's just one of them. There's a lot. Put it aside.
DFS, you make me feel old. He just pointed out Carl Livers and Jeff Gordon have almost been retired for a decade.
To the second
And I was like,
and who can get attached and push.
Yay, Squidward! Yay, Squidward!
farther than you pushed all day.
You remember when Keselowski?
Chase liked the push he got from Ross.
You remember that, right, Kevin?
I don't know if you're going to like this next one. I think the next one just really worked out for you. Or the previous one.
Caution flags, including the 2 stage breaks.
Ross is going to fuck over 2 guys he's fucked over several times before.
Restart box, you go early or late? What do?
You better go in the box because if
Yeah, go in the box. Ain't no fucking gray area anymore. Not since Richmond.
Back up into contention. He and Briscoe have the 4th row. Byron and Suarez the 3rd row. Priest and Dillon, lost to Dillon, the 5th row. Elliott, Chastain, Keselowski.
2 to go. We're not in overtime yet. All right.
Here we go.
Green, green. Spun the tires a little bit. Neither one of them has a good push. Neither one of them has a push. I think that outside might work better for Denny here.
Better use them up, Chase.
Hamlin holding strong on that outside. Might be stronger than he is.
Brad Keselowski
Just Chase spun the tires ever so slightly.
middle of the corner.
Give Denny the Hamlin Larson spin.
Make Denny running those bumps up there. Oh, there, I told you. There he goes. Oh. That's the risk. You get a great run from the outside, but then you got to go through turn 3. Yeah. Then you got to go to turn 3, and then you don't know what's going to happen.
I love this. Fuck you, Danny. Fuck off. Was wanting clear.
When they came off of 2, I said, okay, Denny, you're on the top. I'm praying for you.
Glad you works out.
Anybody who has to enter that fast, that close to another car through those bumps, man.
One thing's for sure, nobody's sitting down.
Now, if Chase wins, 100% the greatest Texas race ever. Denny wrecks and Chase wins.
So even though Chase almost lost the lead, I'm still taking the inside because I don't want to be the one forced to do what Denny did. I want to be on the bottom because Denny had to run as hard as he could.
Yeah, and you see Chase Elliott come up the racetrack right there just a little bit, and a lot of times what happens when those cars get offset by a half a car right there, puts a lot of air on that right front fender and just gives that right front a little more grip than it's had all day, and we know how edgy these cars are, and it just turned that 11 car around.
Point out
It's
that
2 guys
Chase
going
turned
for it.
Hamlin
Yeah.
Neither one of them
with the invisible.
And that's what you would expect. I would expect Denny Hamlin to keep the gas pedal down, and
Today's a good day. Today's
he
a
has
good day.
nothing to lose at this point but try to win the race.
I was testing my theory earlier when I said Denny's going to win. That was why I said it. Because usually what I say goes complete opposite.
DFS, I ain't got a championship pick. It's too early. I don't have a definitive championship prediction.
You sent me on the Xfinity race yesterday. It was like, oh, this guy's going to win. No, this guy, and then it was the one
Hamlin
that I
is
didn't
still
even
on the
think
lead
about.
lap. They're back in 32nd
I
place.
picked every car in the top 10.
But we got a new
Last 10
player
laps to
in
win
the top
top
4,
7.
William Byron, always sticking around, putting himself in position, grinding them out to stay alive all day.
That sucks for
I
Denny.
like what you said, but as aggressive as Denny Hamlin is, there's one of them out there that's more aggressive, and that one of them is number 1, Chastain.
We all know Byron's going to win now.
I'm done making guesses.
Throws as a caution flag.
If Chase gets off a 2 with the lead and gets the white flag, I'm good with it.
And a bit later, lap 114, Carson Hocevar goes around with Kyle Larson, Josh Berry twice. The last one took him out of the race. Michael McDowell crashes. Bubba Wallace goes for a spin.
There's been almost an equal amount of wrecks at each end of the racetrack.
Priest, John Hunter Nemechek, Ricky Stenhouse, Larson. And that's about
I just knew when they got that. That looked just like McDowell when he got close to who was he racing? Was it Rice or Gilliland or somebody? I can't remember. But when McDowell spun, it was the same damn way.
second place driver has crashed. Michael McDowell, Bubba Wallace, now Denny Hamlin.
And every one of them have been on the outside.
Yeah, that's why you take the inside and just hope you do enough to be side by side
3 and 4.
down the back or clear.
Phil Surgeon for Ross
us from the Masters, where Scott Scheffler has won by 4 strokes.
Hey, Dave Portnoy just won $2 million. Hey,
Wow.
he put 300,000 on it.
And before racing, was an avid golfer. His handicap.
I watched a lot of Masters shit when I was at work this week. We had a TV in the room we were doing.
3 wins and he's fourth in points.
Larry reminds us that last September, victory lane here, didn't lead until the final restart.
Well, it's going to get aggressive, just like it did on the last one, but
Inside, Chase.
you have more aggression on the outside. We didn't see Brad Keselowski.
Bill Byron's going to stuff it 3 wide through the middle and sabotage Chastain.
The kind of races that will
did not get attached to the front.
if he don't dominate,
If they can get attached to the front cars this time, could play a big factor.
Here's Ross Chastain's radio.
I got to pee, and this race is not making it easier.
Now we get to have a conversation with them about not doing that to us. Yeah, copy that.
Well, I'm not exactly sure.
Not pushing too hard?
I'm not sure.
I wonder.
Oh, I know what Ross was talking about. He pushed Chase, who's a Hendrick car. Now he's saying that Byron, a Hendrick car, won't do anything to push him. That's his guess. Oh, we're Chevys, right? We're supposed to kind of work together, and Ross is saying he ain't going to do it, is he?
Shake it up a little bit against Chastain. It's just gamesmanship of keeping them guessing and when you're going to launch.
Now, on the last restart, there was pushing from the second.
Yeah, neither car had a push on the last one.
Pretty well separated, row 2 and row 3.
And I think when that happens, the outside's got that advantage until you get over to the bumps on the turn 3. So if you're on the outside, you better get clear off a 2 or just concede going into 3 and hope you can get back under him or something.
Overtime sponsored by Credit One Bank.
We gotta have more overtimes. Good restart. Pretty even. Chase has a good push. Byron is lagging a little bit on Chastain. And Brad didn't lag back at all on Chase. Oh, Austin Dillon getting in there, and they're wrecking. Chase is a leader. Chase is a leader. You're going to be here all night. Yeah. Yeah, might as well get comfortable. You're going to be here for a while. And I'm not going to get anything to eat until 9 o'clock.
So we'll re-rack and do it again. There we go.
continues, huh?
Our yellow lines are blending together up top.
That's a funny progress bar.
There are not any more restarts that are more stressful than Texas restarts, and the later they get, the more aggressive they
Ross and Chase were going to be the same as Chase and Denny before, it looked like, before that caution happened.
Well, you're out of options too when you're back there. I mean, we've already seen
That was the 15th caution. One more, and we've tied the track record.
desperation sets in. You're going for it.
We're going to break it today.
What was the other car involved with Harrison Burton?
I mean, they've broken the record in the book in Bristol.
And we go right back to the same rules. Green, white, checker. If the leader takes the white under green, next flag ends the race. And next on FS1, the NHRA 4-wide Nationals from Las Vegas.
You know, there's always an oh, by the way. Now we're assuming every time every time these cars last pitted on pit road that they definitely got it full of fuel. If that's the case, we're good to go. We've run a lot of cautions. As long as they're full, we'll be okay to make it to the end. But there's always that oh, by the way. You hear a lot of these guys. It's like riding on board
A
with
couple more
Barry
overtimes,
Jones there.
we'll have the
Vacation
Xfinity
off,
Atlanta finish.
coasting around.
Where you got to
Reasons why
restart
you do
like
that,
10
Kevin.
cars
Yeah,
run out
you're
of
trying to
gas.
save fuel, but really the main reason that you shut the engine off under caution is to try to cool the engine, and you hold the gas pedal all the way down to run air through that intake manifold to get the intake manifold as cool as possible. So you want the water in the radiator to get as cool as possible. You want the intake manifold to get as cool as possible because that will help make horsepower.
Well, we've now tied for the most cautions ever in a 400-mile race on a mile-and-a-half track. This is the second 400-miler at Texas, which now has
WWE creative humor. We're going to show exclusive backstage footage on Raw
friends next
of CM Punk. He's sitting in a chair and catering. And then, get this, he gets up and doesn't throw his napkin away afterwards. Oh, the horror. You know that this Twitter account's been around for years, and it was just always making fun of how bad WWE was. Now that WWE is good, the account is even funnier.
Here's Chase Elliott.
So it's called WWE Creative Humor.
Yep. They used to just post goofy shit. They were pretending they were on Vince's creative team.
Trey Poole is there. Alan Gustafson.
Comparing last night's Dynamite to WCW in 2000 may be disrespectful to Vince Russo.
Well, they were last on pit road at lap 212.
I saw the damn footage, and now I begrudgingly like CM Punk. Drew McIntyre, probably.
07, and Ross Chastain lap 218. So if there is a concern, it's going to be in the pits of the 9, the 24, the 45, the 54, the 17.
Tony Schiavone realizes in retrospect he should have just let Jack Perry go through the damn glass. At this point, Tony Khan would gladly be the one to throw him through it. Austin Dillon's creeping closer and closer to the front with every caution. I'd just like to point that out, everybody.
So Larry, when you do a timed pit stop toward the end of
If
the
they get
race,
enough of
you
these,
hope with
Bubba
your last
is
stop.
35
How
laps
many
fresher than
overtimes do you plan for?
He needs to run longer than 2 laps.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, you'd like to know exactly how many there's
Gets
going to
up
be.
to that
There's no way to
second,
plan on
third
that. And the bottom line is, you just want those. You want to minimize your time on pit road, and that's getting those 4 tires on and put whatever fuel.
Thank you, Pinhead Larry.
If you can make it.
Well, all right, so
Why not
do you have
have
enough gas for
those
one maybe, or
God damn it. I bet Cowboy said something like, God damn it.
Like that is the reason I'm following. Whatever you got's what you got.
Is he going to the race next
For
week?
at this point.
Nah, I think he's going to fall, and that's it.
Well, that's the reason why I save every caution, because you have no
Still
idea
planning
how
on
these
going.
races are going to play out.
they've told Chase Elliott, you have enough fuel for one more green light.
Oh, yeah, that's another problem. Any more overtime, some guys might start running out. That pitted with like 65 or 60 to go. So if they don't get to the white here, Chase is probably fucked.
Kelly's been starting deep in the box the last 2 times.
He's waving Brad on again.
Come off right even again.
Didn't get as good a push this time.
Lasky that was rolling to him as soon as that stopped that momentum. He took off.
Ross Chastain
Here we go. We're going to be in the same situation again.
turn 2, so it's going to come down
Chase is damned if he does, damned if he doesn't.
to great run.
Stay on his door, Chase. Stay on his door.
Elliott's side draft to try to slow
Make him run in those bumps.
3 wide mid pack, but everybody close.
He's making it, but he can't go as fast up there. He got loose. 1 to go, for the love of God. 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go, 1 to go. Okay, we made it.
Byron takes third from Keselowski.
Oh, Brad almost wrecked. Bra-
But I got the caution light at the bottom.
That's ever since the Daytona 500 they're doing that. Oh, Byron just wrecked Chastain.
And did Chase a win.
Caution's out. Chase Elliott is the winner.
Yeah, Byron and did Chase a win.
That looked pretty bad. Chase Elliott just won the race. He was going to win anyway.
Boys, you're going to Dawsonville. Chase Elliott.
Oh, my God.
The Auto Trader Echo Park on the
Willie B
motor
just
400.
fucked over Ross.
I just think it's funny that
Chastain
Byron
is not going to finish this race.
Chase it.
It was actually off the bumper of Byron.
I know he's going to win it
He was
anyway, but
slowing that outside. As Byron was approaching him,
I guess typical Chase win.
And that's the 4th time today the second place car has crashed.
Well,
I
what a
can't
great
believe
day
it.
for Chase Elliott. We talked about it.
That really looked like Byron just wrecked Chastain.
Aggressive Chase Elliott. We've talked about
Straight
the
up.
struggle
I'd like to see another
about
replay.
everything that he's been
It happened pretty fast.
He did not drive
I
like
got to point it out. It's just a great car. It's not
you're going to see some emotion out of him today.
All right, let's back it up.
They had that caution light ready.
Oh, yeah. Had to throw it. He wrecked right in front of the 30 other cars, so they were kind of fucked there.
It's kind of controversial. It's fucking teammate wrecking.
Chase had it anyway.
Like you saw Ross Chastain.
Ross did a good job trying.
They gave him a lot of room. He was cordial to him, got this big run.
Chase got it.
Chase Dort, maybe a little bit, got a big run, momentum-wise there. Was able to leave the throttle wide open down here in 3 and 4. Gets the lead.
Right there.
When we come around here, what happened off the 2?
Brad almost ate shit going to turn 1.
Edge out Keselowski.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, Byron's cut Brad's nuts.
Now, what the hell happens here?
Take the line.
So Brad gets around.
Ross got... And then Byron just said, oh, fuck it. Finish it off.
Watch how fast he's catching him right there. It's just at that point you can't react that fast.
Yeah.
He gave
That
us
was
a
an
horse and
unfortunate ending to Chastain's great day that he had.
I'm happy.
And Ross
All
Chastain,
right.
Yeah.
Danny got fucked over and Chase wins.
Everybody's happy now.
Hell
Chase
yeah.
Elliott.
This is a wet
He is
dream.
such an important part of
For
this
me,
sport.
it was.
Family has a great heritage
Greatest
in this
Texas
sport
race
with his
ever.
father,
Yes.
family.
I can't even read.
We've talked about the
You know
struggles,
I
but
can't.
today they have turned it around.
Get out of here.
well, in the case of Chase, you're looking at two
I love
different
the fact that
parts
he's
at the same
doing the
time.
full victory lap there and wait for those fans.
Oh, Chase Elliott won, y'all.
Army of fans. NASCAR's most popular driver several years
I can't believe it. He's back.
The Elliott name is huge
At least he won
in
it.
this sport.
Yeah.
And he just answered
The Hooters car wins.
Be a cool ass diecast to get, I would think.
I won't mind.
Of course you
Elliott
would. But
gets
I
his
mean, it
first
still
win
would
at
be a
Texas
cool
in his
diecast, though.
14th start.
I would think.
His previous best year was fourth. And it's the first time he's had even a top five, let alone a win in this next gen car. That's on a mile and a half.
took the words out of my mouth. This next gen car's been a struggle for him, and they're slowly but surely figuring it out. The last few races,
Somebody said, man, I can't wait till -1 grows up
finishes,
and feuds with Christian.
It's been no secret that he's talked about the struggles with this car. Because let's face it, this car you have to drive different. You have to do different things with your hands and your feet. The way that it feels is different, and it's been a struggle for
Chase didn't lift until he saw Jesus.
put it all together.
We saw it
And then
Chase
Byron tried to send Chastain to heaven.
since he came back in 2023.
There was a lot of want in the Chase Elliott today.
William Byron is now credited with a second place finish. Brad Keselowski third. Tyler
It's
Reddick
always
and
nice when
Suarez.
Chevy sweeps the weekend, though.
The top
Just
five
say
guys.
that. Happy about that.
Oh my God! He did it! Them short runs worked out. That long run where Denny got in front of him made me nervous. I'm like, uh-oh.
All he needed was that overtime.
This day's been a long time coming.
Well, it's got to feel good. I know it feels good. You've been there, Frank. Not one in a long time. You stand up on top of that car, hear the crowd cheer, and the relief that comes with that.
that's really what it is. Relief.
Well, the best part about this is we don't have to hear owners' points in the playoffs this year like we did last year.
Drag crew chief finally got it put together. Another 1-2 finish for HMS, by the way. Keselowski, before we get to Chase,
He's wearing his damn Sun Energy gloves with his Hooters fucking fire suit, it looked like.
Suarez top five.
There's Brad. Why'd they just randomly show Brad?
Regan Smith.
Oh, waiting for an interview.
See the look of relief on Chase Elliott's face. The 42 race drought is over. You drove intensely today. You did everything just right. How does it feel?
Oh man, I couldn't feel any better. First off, thanks to everybody that came out today. You guys are unbelievable.
Apparently it's the biggest crowd in Texas since like 2018 or something.
You know what a Hooters has been a partner of ours for a number of years now. And it's been a dream of mine to pay respect to the late Alan Kowicki and driving this car to a victory and being able to do a Polish victory lap and just really crazy how things came full circle there in that moment. It was pretty emotional for me. Just he beat Dad back in the day, and here we are, sharing his sponsor and having an opportunity to win today. So just man, couldn't be more grateful.
Find you a woman that's as loyal to you as Hooters is to NASCAR.
Kind of the path that hasn't always been fun, but certainly have enjoyed working with our guys. We've been just working really hard and really well together, and like I said, it hasn't always been fun, but we've enjoyed the fight together.
You mentioned you guys have been fighting together
Interview's over, Regan. Move on.
on the racetrack all day long. That race was crazy to drive. How intense was it on the track with all the slipping and sliding?
Man, it's just crazy that this place is just so so sketchy, and I haven't seen a replay of Denny and us. I don't really know. I didn't feel like I did anything super
You really didn't.
crazy there any more than anybody's ever crash him. I think just the circumstances, but nonetheless, apologies to him if so. But couldn't be more proud of our team. Thanks to our partners at Napa and Chevrolet, everybody at Hendrick Motorsports had a big week last week. Boss, thank you for sticking with me, and just really, really proud of this, and appreciate all the folks back
Ouch.
home that have stuck with me and helped us get
Carson Hocevar, top 10.
Your winner in Texas.
Just short track racing.
Hendrick 1-2 back to back.
Brad Keselowski brings it home third. And
We don't talk to Byron, he wins enough.
You were very optimistic coming into this one. How did you overcome and get this great finish today?
Yeah, well, I'm not sure we finished third. I got to see the replay from NASCAR on that first before I'm going to concede that. But, we didn't have a ton of speed. Honestly, like, I'm more frustrated than anything because I feel like we have a great team and we don't have the speed to go with it. And we're doing all we can do to overcome that. The driver of me is frustrated because I feel like these are races I'm good enough to win and we don't have the speed to do it. And the only reason mad as hell because it's my fault for not making the
Look back, and Ross has William Byron in a fucking guillotine.
execution to put ourselves in position to get a finish we probably didn't deserve.
Nah.
Never give up spirit.
We'll see the Super Speedway next week.
Looking forward to it.
Brad's going to win next week.
Brad Keselowski, NASCAR unofficially has him third behind William Byron in the rundown, and Chase Elliott breaks
Chase Elliott.
the streak and goes to victory lane in Texas. His first run of a mile and a half in a next gen.
Y'all want to go get thrown out of an Applebee's?
We'll be at Talladega Raceway 2 Eastern on Fox, and the Cup Series race 3 p.m.
Like Roman hitting the Superman punch on Seth out of nowhere at WrestleMania. This stream's over, and I'm going to go get food now.
Chase
Maybe.